Let's do it.
Yo, SameTime Toys and everybody else.
Hello.
Welcome to the
What's
Hangout,
up, everybody?
people.
What up, Rowdy?
Right?
Hello.
What's happening, girl?
Rowdy says
Wraith
howdy.
Mace. Wraith Mace is out, but he'll check in, so he's checked out.
Probably making some AI shit.
Right? Man.
I was fucking around with that the other night and making horrible songs.
Dude, you wouldn't believe the stuff that Wraith is like just fuck.
Yeah.
He wanted to be there during Punk's discussion on AI, but he also didn't want to be there because he knew he was going to wind up getting into an argument with somebody trying to explain to people what they think.
Oh, dude, they basically chummed the water. Like, he was bringing it up, and I was countering everything he was fucking saying. Those people were fucking livid.
Oh man, it was good.
I get the argument. Both sides have some points.
Well, like I don't care one way or another. Like, I care if you're making money off of it, right? You're
Dude, I was like, we're on a rock hurtling through space millions of miles an hour. The rock is on fire. Are we arguing about AI and toys, really?
We said this. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I'm not like I can appreciate it for what it is, but it's not for me, right? Mm-hmm. And I still think it's early days, and that some of the stuff that's coming out of it is garbage, but for the most part. But then you've got people like Wraith who are utilizing it in clever ways. You know what I mean? So,
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like you said, Woody, I can see both sides of it.
Yeah, I think the shit Ninja's doing is all right too. He's only making a fucking figure walk for 10 seconds. That's fine. That's not stealing.
Yeah, that's the most I've seen out of it, really. I mean, that's where my logo came from. He did it on AI, just click, click, clack. And it was done.
That could be sketchy to me because where is the AI drawing the images from? That's the only thing that gets sketchy with that.
Everywhere. I mean,
but everywhere is human beings shit, and then it's putting it together. So that's why I say I get both sides, and I'm gonna stay out of it. Enough said.
Right? Yeah. I asked my kid what she thought about it because she's an artist.
Yeah, they're gonna be the future, so it's up to them.
Yeah.
Nobody cares what fucking old men think about shit. We'll be gone.
Yeah, that's pretty much what she said to me. It took her 45 minutes to say it, but that's about what she said.
Yeah. 40, 50 years, we'll be gone, and that shit will be fucking going that way. So whatever.
But it really is. It's early stages, and early stages and everything is basically crap. So if you can pull some good shit out of it, fucking A, go for it.
Turk, what up, baby?
Yeah.
Here, let's trigger some people.
I don't know about you guys, but I was considering
I've been thinking about using that as my new avatar.
I like it, man. I love the figures in the background. That's the cool part to me. Like all the figures on the shelves and shit.
The prompt was a sophisticated fat guy in his action figure collection.
Yeah, that's cool.
But yeah, I mean, where'd they pull that from? Come on, give me a break.
I mean,
if somebody drew that, that's their fault.
See, if Jeff put a picture of himself like that picture, he was doing that, and then it AI'd it, then it'd be like nobody could say shit.
Yeah.
Right.
Because they would just cartoon him up a little bit and make everything look better. That's not stealing to me, that kind of stuff.
No, that's highlighting. Another one of these damn things.
Also,
this one's actually cool because it's got 2 pistols in
it. I guess Dobby's healthy. He said he's murdering something.
Oh, God. Murder pooch. Hell yeah. I know. I'm not overly impressed with this gun. It's a handgun with a freaking tilted mag in the back. I don't know.
Where's that from?
It's the Apex Legends. They got these like little loot crate things, but they sell them in Ross for like $2. They're usually like $10, $12. I would not pay that for these fucking things, but they're metal guns for the most part, and this one actually between a pistol and a plasma pistol from Warhammer.
If only you could
It
make
looks-
your screen bigger, so not a bunch of old men are squinting at it, trying to figure out what the fuck you're holding up.
That was the idea, though.
Yeah.
It's been accomplished.
I'm not allowed to push buttons. Ask Woody.
I should be wearing glasses right now, Shane, and I don't. So please don't make me put them on. So
Shane's not
please.
allowed to touch buttons while we're streaming because he'll like fuck shit up.
There you go. Now put your hand behind it so your camera focuses a little bit.
There you go. We're learning.
There you go. Look at you, Archie.
Alan,
Doing it. You know.
We're gonna get a fucking
Series. What's
Scooby
up,
snack.
brother?
Tony, what's
What are you
good,
doing,
baby?
brother?
Hey, Tony. What's going on, brother?
And that's the one I don't really. I don't know. This one's weird. Grievous.
It almost looks
After
like a
what you
Hamptons
sent me, you
tequila
shouldn't be wearing pants.
That first one
That would look good with a techno button.
So
He's
while
not wearing
Grievous is
pants. He's
here,
still wiping up from what he did to you for them toys.
right. So I come home today and I get this giant box. It's got the Valaverse hand pack in it, so it's got the awesome hands. It's got a kick-ass Colossus, and it's got this awesome guy, Ghost. Very cool, very cool, very cool. I got a ultimate juggernaut after we all argued and carried on. Jeff finally figured out what it actually was.
What up, Ronnie?
The best thing, there was two more things. I got this kick-ass Robin that I more than likely going to turn into my Shang-Chi. And I got a figure I really didn't think I was ever going to get. Goddamn Major fucking Blood.
Get fucked,
Number
Snape.
26. And he came with a box. Came with a box.
I came in a box once or twice.
Right.
Nice.
There it is. Fumbles, what's up?
Snape.
I mean,
I gave up calling him Snape.
I just
I
call
mean,
people the
that's
first
a-
name I know them by because I don't want to change my memory. It's already fucked up as it is.
That's fair. I'm meeting Jesse,
Yeah,
who was
Nerd
also-
Burger.
who is also fumbling through the galaxy next month at in Dallas. We're doing the Dallas Finish Toys together.
Nice.
Yeah, and I'm giving him some shit because he's won a bunch of shit.
Rowdy, if you want, if you don't, it's all good either way, kid. Just let us know.
It's okay. Woody's not as scary as he looks. He's actually a big giant teddy bear.
Right?
No.
Giant? No.
Medium-sized teddy bear.
Koala bear. Fucking koala bear.
Right.
Yeah, koala. That's chlamydia.
Yeah.
You never know what you're going to hear, folks. We hear it here first.
I can't even stay on that long tonight. I got plans with my wife tonight for dinner on the hill, we call it around here.
Is she feeling
Right on.
better?
Yeah, she's better. She went to work today, and we're gonna try to just go out to dinner and come right back, do a little something, and be back later.
Yep.
Where you
Nice.
going for dinner?
Federal Hill, they call it. It's like it's a hill in Rhode Island in Providence, and they have all old school Italian restaurants.
Ooh.
So we're gonna go get like one of
Playing
them.
the violin, you know.
Yeah, with the little fucking candle in the middle of the table with the Sopranos guys all around you and shit.
This begs the question: what is Woody's go-to Italian dish?
Ooh.
It's either fucking raviolis or chicken palm.
Ooh.
I keep it simple.
Yeah, nice.
Fucking Ronnie.
Come on, Ronnie, you bastard. Stop that shit. I sound like fucking Kermit. Ronnie gets off to Kermit.
Well, speaking of getting off the water-based creatures, here's the Raven from Masked. This was featured on. It came from the
Ooh.
collection last night, and
I saw that.
this motherfucker is complete. This is not my childhood Raven, but when this thing came out, it quickly became the big hero car as opposed to Thunderon. So
Yeah, that was one of my favorites. It really was. The saw blades that come out the front, man, I loved that. That was some of the best action.
They're stored right there because I did launch one of these, and like I launched it, and Dobby kind of got in the way, and I heard like a small like whimper whine, and I was like, it can't be that fucking hard. And then I shot myself in the foot with it, and I was like, fuck, it is that hard. Okay, well. I wasn't like aiming for the dog. I want to make that perfectly clear. I wasn't like,
no. Yeah, sure.
Sure.
So
I had that. I had the volcano one, the van that would pop open, but it would go on its own.
It was powered. It was one of the few powered vehicles. Yeah.
I didn't get the Rhino, and I didn't get the giant rig, but I got the volcano. But that came with my favorite guy, that Lafette guy.
This shows you how cheap my parents were. I had the gas station gas pump.
Yeah.
That was my mask.
That's from season 3. That's actually pretty valuable.
I had that. I had the green motorcycle that turned into a helicopter.
Condor.
And I had the one more thing, the Indy car that fucking like turned into a jet.
I love that.
The buggy, right?
No, it was like orange and white. I think the wings kind of folded out and the wheels were on it.
Yeah, that's Julio's vehicle. I can't remember the name of it, but yeah.
Those are. I always wanted that truck though. If they come out with that shit, I'm buying the truck only from loyal subjects.
That would be nice.
There's a guy at the DFW Joe show, Woody, who has masks like every year, and he always brings like the really good shit, and then he brings off that off series that came after it, like VTech or something like that.
Oh, okay.
He sells all of the VTech for like $250, and like every year I'm like, I'm gonna buy that. Then I find other shit, and I'm like, God damn it, I can't buy it. But it's cool as shit.
I went to that Fanboy Expo, and they had the rig, the original rig, and the guy wanted like $450 for it. I was like, holy damn it. I think I missed the boat on getting that thing.
Yeah, I can't even remember what I did with mine. Like, because I didn't have a lot of mask stuff, but I got that one Christmas from my mum.
I had a few.
The black tanker, and I don't know what happened to it. I think I sold it at a swap meet market thing or something. But yeah, gone, long gone.
Pop Blender. You should be here in a few, he says. I invited so many people, I don't really remember who I invited. I'm going to be honest, guys, I ran the gambit. I was like, okay.
How
And
many
then
people can be on here? 10 or some shit, right?
Do what?
How many people can be on here? 10 or some shit, right?
I had paid for 10, and then they said they had a problem billing my card because I didn't have any money on the card. And so I figured that would drop me to 6, but then I had the Terradrome image behind us, so I don't know I don't know what I got. So we'll see what happens.
They didn't catch up yet. They didn't catch up to you.
Greg, you're the first one to go. No.
Because I don't usually talk toys, so if you need an extra room, I can always go.
No, you're learning.
I'm out of here around 7:30 anyway. I got shit to do.
Right. You going to come back later?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
You said midnight, right? Eastern?
Yeah, boy, I fucked up with that one, guys, because I got to work at 7 in the morning now. But no, I'm totally good. You
don't got to do it.
The only thing is, my pops was supposed to give my kid a ride to work, but he went out with his girlfriend, so I don't know when he's coming back, if he's going to give her a ride. So worst comes to worst, we'll be on at 12:30.
All right.
Why not? I got to be up at 7. We might as well push it back a half hour, right?
Doesn't matter to me. It's daytime here. So.
Yeah, man. If you need sleep, you need sleep, Shane.
No, I got Sunday off. I go in Monday, then I got Tuesday, Wednesday off. Plenty of time.
All right.
And
I got a long weekend. I got Monday off.
All I do is I walk around a giant pool all day. Okay. And if I need a cigarette, I go upstairs and I walk a parking garage down. So it's not like I'm going uphill at all.
Nice.
I was like, really? You're going to pay me to do that? Yeah, I quit this job. I'm going with you.
Hey,
Shane out.
worked
That was
out
my
in your favor.
resignation paper. It said Shane out.
In Cran.
I am working at the Ocean Walk by Wyndham Resort in Daytona Beach, Florida. It is not the most expensive place in Daytona, but it's the nicest place in Daytona. And it's where I met my wife 20 some odd years ago. And, you know, we always said that place was cursed. So here I am.
I was going to say, didn't she work there for a while?
I worked there when they first opened the place. It was crazy. And then I worked there a couple other times doing other shit, but yeah, it's nuts. No, it's well, it is, Turk. It's right at the end of the boardwalk. Like you can start there and make your way down to the boardwalk. Everybody asks me what to do at night. I'm like, don't go to the boardwalk. We got the wrong kind of vampires. Spring break's not what it used to be, but that's what I'm hoping for. Yeah, I've hung out at that pool. Yeah. I'm hoping to get on the pizza plan where you let flyer people in and they give you a free small pizza at the end of the week.
Is there an old pizza place near there?
Oh, yeah.
They should be giving you some free pizzas over there then.
They should be giving you a raise instead.
Right?
Mm.
Isn't there that good pizza place, Corleone, is right down on the corner?
I have not.
Shirt shops at the end of the boardwalk.
I haven't been there. All right, we got a new guest. Somebody's never been here before. So everybody give a big hand for Rowdy.
Hey, Rowdy.
Hey, how's it going?
What's
Hello.
up, kid?
Not much.
Sorry. I have a bad habit of calling every woman I meet kid because I talk in my sleep.
It's okay.
Well, that's not weird at all.
I mean, at
If
least
you
he's
knew me,
like-
it's not really.
Fair
just popping
point.
in for a little bit because I'm at work on my lunch. So.
Oh, right on.
Stop in and say hey.
No, that's awesome, man. We got to hang out on the open mic, and I thought you were absolutely awesome. I dug your point of view, and then I actually watched some of your reviews and was like, "Holy shit, this is awesome!" So,
thank you.
Welcome to the hangout.
Well, glad to be here at least for a little bit.
Right? No doubt. Yeah, just in and out as you please. It's all good. We're
sure.
Look, I just finally got my major blood figure, so I mean, nothing new here.
All good. Yeah, so what's up? What's the subject? What are we talking about?
There is no
Nothing.
subject. We're talking about whatever you want to talk about here.
Well,
Tell people off, have a good time.
Shane was
as long as everybody leaves happy at the end, we're good.
There you go. That's a good point of view to have.
Yeah. Kaiju Kitty, what's up?
Hey, Kaiju.
Yo, Kaiju, what up, baby?
Oh, man. So you guys weren't kidding. This is the coolest gun in all of Classified. Squint.
I already know what it looked like. I don't got to squint.
Yeah, right?
Which one is it?
The Major Blood handgun.
Oh, yeah.
Very cool.
You got to blow it up for us, Shane.
He's
Give me, man.
still new to this. He's still new to this.
That's just sad. I mean, there's like nothing in this guy. All right, I'll make this bigger.
Did
I'm not allowed
anybody
to push
get their
buttons.
hands on the pre-order for Maximum Spider-Man, or did y'all skip it?
I passed on that.
You passed.
I'm gonna.
Yeah, I just kind of cherry pick Legends. I'm not that deep into them.
I
gotcha.
dig it, but I don't know. Everybody says I'm going to find it at Ollie's. So
Nah, you ain't
I
gonna
don't
find it
think
at
They're only
Ollie's.
going to be
Ollie's,
fan
but-
channel.
Rubbish.
They're not going to retail, so they're just online.
Yeah,
Oh, is it? It's just
Yeah.
fan channel. Nice.
Yeah.
I might
So-
pick one up. I don't know. If
Big
I
Bad
do, I'm
Toy
not
Store
going to do a
actually-
review on it.
They actually sold out today. I know they were the longest
Really?
running pre-order, but they're
Yeah,
they're
they had
pre-orders
some
sold
left,
out
yeah.
today.
Wow.
yeah.
that's
Everybody
gonna-
sold out.
It's the FOMO.
Yep.
That's going to
I mean-
piss a bunch of people off.
I definitely
Well, you
pre-ordered
won that shit
one,
for.
but we'll see if I cancel it or not by the time I get here. Hopefully some other reviews pop in and I'll know. I don't think it's worth it regardless for $50, but being a Spider-Man
No.
fan, I knew
Yeah,
needed it.
I'm a huge Spider-Man and that's my problem.
Mm-hmm. That's how
Like,
they get me. And then I went and got the Mofex because I didn't have it and I wanted to compare to, and it was a Big Ben Twister. So I was like, well, if I'm getting the maximum, I should get the Mofex. I have a problem.
Jeff's right there with you with the Mofex and the Mafex and all that stuff. Yeah.
Oh,
I
Kaiju
did
ordered
order
it.
that.
I don't know what you're talking about.
What do you got in your hand?
Surprise, motherfucker.
we say Mofex and Jeff comes out of nowhere. Boom!
Exactly.
That thing hasn't even like hit Australian retailers yet in terms of like people who will offer it here. But when it does, it's going to be pushing $90 to $100.
Well,
Yeah.
that's the whole. Yeah. I mean, I don't know how you guys in Australia play Warhammer. Like, I saw the prices for that stuff. I was like, holy. That's insane.
Yeah, not expensive. Everything's expensive here, mate. Everything.
Yeah, it's crazy the way they tax you over there.
Yeah, we just get ripped for.
Hell yeah, you do. I feel for you.
That's the price you pay to get everything first, you bastards.
That's not true.
No, they try to get it shipped over there.
Let's not play pretend games, all right?
Yeah.
I'd rather wait than pay double the price. I'd rather wait. That's
Right.
Yeah, but they're getting taxed no matter what in Australia.
Oh yeah, no,
He's
they're
getting taxed no matter what.
for sure.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, we got like the GST.
There's a lot of ocean in between you and us. That's why.
I'm sure Australia will get them at retailers instead of all fan channels. So that might be a little different.
Yeah, because that's exactly right. We don't have like Pulse or anything like that, so it will come to like a third party here.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
Probably
In Canada, it's
Zing.
going to be like $75, $80 for that Spider-Man, probably. So
Oof.
Yikes.
just how it be
I
right
actually
now.
want it. Because I don't have a definitive Legends Spider-Man, so I want to get it, but we'll see what happens.
Well, see, when I started the channel, I went and I started going through what I had left, and I realized I didn't have a Spider-Man figure at all. I was like, holy shit, like, how did that happen? I had like 50 of them. And next thing I knew, I walked into a GameStop and Scarlet Spider was like right there. I was like, well, shit, here we go. And I can't believe they haven't made Spider-Man with that buck. Like, that's my favorite Spider Buck right now. And
The Scarlet Spider one?
The Scarlet Spider, yeah.
Yeah, that's the Renew Your Vows body.
The new what body?
The Renew Your Vows body.
Yeah,
is it
back.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All
so
right.
you have that, and then you have the VHS symbiote on that body, and then you have the Ben Reilly Beyond suit on that body, I think.
And this is why she's here, folks. A little bit of knowledge goes a long way. Greg's
I did the
learning, and
reviews for
apparently
all
so
of
am
them. I
I.
should know, should know what I'm buying.
Right. Well, I mean, I started buying Legends when it was Toy Biz. I had them all except for, like, I bought everything except for the Toad. Like, first line on out. And because they were just, that was, holy shit. They were amazing when they first came out. And like, Marvel took over Legends, and I was unimpressed at first. And then as they kept going, I was like, wow, these are good. Wow, these are really good. And I really didn't pick too many of them up. I was in a spot where I was buying Warhammer stuff and other things, let's say. But yeah, I don't know how I afforded that in Warhammer. Like, I don't, that doesn't make sense.
Yeah, Warhammer seems to be pretty expensive.
It was expensive when it was $65 a tank, and now they're $100 for a tank. I don't understand how people are playing. I mean, I get it. I'm no longer their preferred demographic, apparently, because I can't do it. Yeah, Action Figure X got a great question. What you got there, Jeff?
Some turtles.
Right?
Turtle.
Mm-hmm. Jeff's turtley enough for the Turtle Club.
Yeah, just my dad got me the 4-pack when it came out. It was right when the breakup happened and like horrible things were going on, and my dad bought the 4-pack of turtles for me because he too is a collector. And
Nice.
been in his packaging ever since then. So like, I kind of just wanted to break out the Leonardo because he's the best turtle. So that's where we're at.
That's up for debate, but who's your
Yeah,
favorite turtle?
I gave you that lip right there. Mm-hmm.
Everybody
Thought I saw the lip.
Everybody has their own different favorite turtle and their reason for it.
Yo,
Disagree all
Jeff,
you'd like,
Adam,
but you're wrong.
you guys need to go
One
like
of them
this
is cool
because
but
it's
rude,
getting
and
ready
he's
to happen
probably
here.
best.
We got a Leo fan. We got a Donatello fan. I'm a Mikey fan.
So,
Raphael, best
Yep,
turtle.
yeah. The four corners and the four turtles. Here we go.
But
Jose
yeah,
Canseco
I only go for like Leonardo's, like out of every wave that's come out. Like
Mm.
the only ones that I haven't gone for are the recent horror ones, and because I just don't give a shit enough. Like, meh. But like the
I had a
last
couple
one
of the
Leo,
horror ones when I was a kid. Those were really cool. Like when I was a kid, I don't know about the new ones, but like the old Donnie Dracula and what
I remember
Raphael
that.
Mummy, those were cool.
yeah, I had the Mikey Invisible Man, but then I sold it for drugs. So
I mean, sometimes you
If
gotta
you're
have your
gonna
drugs.
sell toys, that's what you sell them for.
right,
Yeah.
so
I know that's what I sold a bunch of comics for. Let me fucking tell you. Never mind. That's a
Yeah.
bad story for a different channel.
Sold my house. I needed drugs.
Exactly, Kaiju.
first porno video I ever got. I traded comics for the porno video.
yeah, I know. I get that a lot.
Oh my god! Right?
But no, I don't know. There's always been something about Leonardo, and maybe it's the color. I don't fucking know, but like I just always like them.
Right. So I'm
Hey,
gonna
everybody
start
got
a new thing
their
here
own
this
shit,
weekend.
their own turtle. To each their
Woody,
own.
I'm talking. Damn it! No. So I'm gonna start a new thing this week. What's your favorite pickup? And Rowdy, since you're new and you're at work, and I know you don't have any toys with you, what was your favorite pickup this week?
Well, I shipped my pile of loot, and someone asked in the chat already if I had gotten Ghostface yet, which I haven't. So my Mezco Ghostface is probably going to be my best pick. But if I got it this week, Chameleon is actually really solid from that Marvel Legends wave. But next week, it's going to be Ghostface. I guarantee
Nice.
you, because that Mezco Ghostface is sick.
Nice. Yeah, I picked up that Chameleon figure. I just haven't had time to do a review, so I haven't bothered to open it yet, and I'm dying. I can't wait.
He's a cool figure. Like, Kane and Age of Venom should have been the coolest, but Chameleon being the coolest, it is what it
Right.
is. I'll take it.
Yeah, I want the Agent Venom for the human head, the Flash head, because Woody stuck that on a Crimson Guard, and I've been sold ever since.
A lot of people are saying that. They're using it for that.
Mm.
All right,
that's
Woody,
cool.
since I cut you off so hard, you're next.
By what? Pickup of the week?
Yeah, your favorite pickup. New, old, it doesn't have to be new. It could be whatever you got.
Well, my favorite pickup was earlier when I went to the dispensary, but I'll
Hey,
share a
me
toy
too.
with you.
I'll
Same.
accept that.
This was my favorite pickup of the week.
Ooh, yeah, those
Sentinel.
heads from
That's
Mikey.
cool.
Those are
JMK
the heads
Custom.
from Mikey. Yeah,
Yeah.
JMK Customs on that Buzz Lightyear fucking body. It's articulated enough for me to be part of my Sentinel army.
It's pretty
Yeah,
cool.
man.
I got these for $5 and I put a head on top of them, so I got 4 of them.
Yeah, I think I have
That's my
5.
favorite shit I got this week.
I
Very
saw
cool.
another one at TJ Maxx. It'll probably still be there next week. I'll pick it up.
Yeah, I
Triple
got
C,
3
what's
more
up?
bodies. I'm just waiting for Loki to give me some more heads.
Hey, that's between you and Loki.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you got some other people waiting. I got to run back into work. So it was good hanging out for a couple minutes. Thanks for having me.
Nice
Check
meeting
No
out my
worries.
channel, everybody.
Nice meeting
Everybody
you,
stop
Rowdy.
Rowdy.
by, give her a sub, give her some likes. It's a great channel. Thanks for
Bye,
stopping
y'all.
by.
Take
See you
care.
later.
I don't know how
Uh-oh.
she said there's people waiting. I don't see anybody. Fuck. Some people are better at this than I am, let me tell you.
Yeah, everybody.
Adam Shark, what'd you get this week that you liked so much? Anything?
Well, it's been a quiet week for me because I just haven't been buying anything.
I'm there
And
with
I've
you.
just been busy with work and shit, so I haven't really been doing any shopping. However, I did pick up one thing, and it was for free. And we
That's
have a
my
store
favorite
here.
price.
Yeah, me too. We have a store here in Australia. It's called JB Hi-Fi, and funnily enough, they sell hi-fi equipment. Not really. They really sell more like appliances and stuff these days. They used to, back in the day, sell record players, stereos, yada yada, TVs, and all that sort of shit. However, they also stock toys, and because my birthday's coming up, they gave me a voucher. So I used said voucher for $20, and I got me a Morlin figure to add to my whatchamacallit. I've just gone blank. Vampires, monsters, Monster Force. There you go.
Yeah.
I thought he'd be a good fit for that, and it cost me nothing other than a drive to pick it up. So,
dude, that's awesome. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Very cool. Very cool. Yeah, and I actually read that story with Marlon in it, and it was really good. Like,
I haven't read it. Like, he's a new character to me because he only came out like early 2000s, I believe.
Yeah, like I was shocked when I read the book. It was really, really fucking good. And that I don't say that about newer comics a whole lot.
I like the detail on his palms of his hands as well. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah, he got like those little sucker things on his hands.
Yeah, and he just fits in terms of the whole vampire aesthetic. So I figured I threw him in the cabinet with Blade and the other Legends Dracula with all the other Monster Force figures that I've got up here somewhere.
Epic.
Floating around there. So yeah.
That
was it. Very quiet week. And that's okay because sometimes it's like that. I'm not just going to buy shit for the sake of buying shit, you know? So I've got a room full of shit, as we all have a lot of shit. You can relate. And I'm actually in the process of pricing up, you can't see it, but pricing up a fuckload of shit to sell at a swap meet in a month or so.
Well, don't do what Ronnie did and give everybody a helping hand so some guy can come in, swoop and buy them all, and then turn around and sell them for a profit. Because that's what people do. You got to know who you're selling to.
In Australia, we would call those people shit cunts.
In America, we call that capitalism.
Yeah.
You want to sell me this $20 figure for $5? Sure, no problem. Oh, and you want to throw in more as a bulk order? Oh, okay, sure. Yeah, no, I don't give a fuck about any of these, but here's $100. Thanks for your $400 worth of product. See you later. That's just how it fucking goes. I'm a shithead reseller. So.
That's what happens.
It does. It does. I mean, you can't trust everybody, but some people you can. I don't know. It's Crimson Cobra Commander with a hot one. Trumpism. Good thing Rowdy left.
I don't sell gifts.
Me either.
If you take the time to give me something, that shit's never gonna leave. So
yeah,
I had to clarify. But if I'm out for the business, which is, you know, I set up at shows and sell toys, and somebody wants to make a ridiculous offer and it's good for me, I'm taking it. So
right.
That's not like let me go through your home and destroy your childhood collection.
Yep.
Believe that. No, thank you for showing up. You are welcome either way. Greg, did you get anything this week?
Just some of the stuff that we got at the con last week.
I'll allow it.
I got a Lady Baltimore, Mike Mignola comic.
Hell yeah.
I got a few more Mike Mignola stuff. I got this new series called Something is Killing the Children.
I've heard good things about that.
Yeah, so it's from Boom Comics. The writer's James Tinian. And
nice.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of good stuff about that. I picked up a Hellboy and the BPRD.
Nice. I didn't even see you grab that.
And then I picked up sort of one of my all-time favorites, Johnny the Homicidal Maniac. I have multiples of this, but I like to have some so that I can lend it out to people, and that way I don't get it back.
Those are one of the books that when you loan out, they don't come back.
Yeah, because it's so good. Most people kind of recognize the art because the same guy that sort of did Invader Zim.
Oh yeah, the kid's gonna love that one.
But it's a lot more like it was before that, and it's a lot more dark and like psychotic and goth, and it's about this guy Johnny the Homicidal Maniac. He's always terrorizing his neighborhood, and there's a wall in his house that he's got to keep painted red with blood because he doesn't want it to dry, and there's just all sorts of insane stuff that happens in this comic.
Yeah, I think you just lost Woody.
What? Yeah. I was like, I zoned out. I was like picturing the whole thing in my head.
Yeah,
right?
The whole comic book's insane, but it's like it's a lot of fun to read because like the whole time you're just like, what the fuck is going on?
Oh wow, Netflix is talking about making a TV series, so I'm definitely gonna have to read that book.
Right.
Good
Mikey,
evening, JMK.
Good, dude. I want everybody to see Mikey's handiwork.
Oh. Shout out
11001100.
Oh. Hey, great job, Mikey. Thank you. I appreciate it.
That shit looks amazing, Mikey, as usual.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Jeff, what'd you get? I heard you got a recliner. That sounds like the best gift all week.
I got this awesome Riddler figure that I'm really happy. I'm not going to even fucking go through it.
Couldn't even get through the sentence.
Yep, couldn't even try to sell it.
Like, I'm seriously debating taking it to a local place that just gives out store credit. And like, yeah, just
No, don't do that. Just keep it. Fuck it.
It'll complete the rest anyway. So
it's a representation, exactly.
Yep. So Hush Scarecrow, which is a much better figure.
Yeah, man.
Face sculpt is awesome on it. I wish he would have come with a scythe, but like, I have a lot of toys, so I'm pretty sure I can figure that part out.
Right? But, yeah. Hell yeah.
Somebody could probably 3D print you a dope one.
Yeah, that too. Mm-hmm. And but he's fucking cool as shit. I'm gonna toss him on a McFarlane horse. The McFarlane horse.
Yeah, that'll look dope.
And go from there.
Builder horse, yes.
I'm looking forward to the rest of it. It's just gonna be.
What was the figure you were referring to prior to this Scarecrow? Was it something else?
Oh, show him that Riddler figure. I know you got it. You haven't thrown it against the wall yet.
Be right back. Yeah, it's in its case.
Oh, it's in the case. All right.
I take it was bad.
Right.
So, like, normally, I'm always about, like, fuck it, fuck McFarlane. Go spend that extra mile. You won't have to buy 5 figures a month. Just get your 1 figure a month, and, like, you're good to go as far as your DC figures go. Find the McFarlane Riddler as soon as you can. I fucking hate this goddamn thing. Like,
it's like...
That's a Mayfix?
It looks like the one from, like, the Bold and the Beautiful cartoon. I mean, he's just... yeah. Like
those are some janky shoulder joints.
What the hell is that shoulder?
Almost there, but not even close.
No, I know what part of the saga they're going for with this version of the Riddler, right? Like, so at one point it's reported that the Riddler has stolen a fucking armored car full of money. Batman and Nightwing, out of nostalgia, go and stop and beat the shit out of him. And he's very much very much cocky, smiling, blah, blah, blah. He's counting money. He looks very non-disheveled. And I was really kind of hoping for spoilers for the end of the comic version of Riddler, where he is in Arkham, knows that Batman is Bruce Wayne, and is looking terrified because Bruce was like, well, you violated Ra's al Ghul's Lazarus Pits. And Ra's doesn't take kindly to that. And I'm not going to stop him when he comes to find you. Ta. So
Yeah. Ah.
like
Real
I'm like
this,
hair
jackass.
fucked up and just like, but no, it's just like everything is great. I'm the Riddler. And I'm like, yeah, okay. So
Yeah, it was really cool how the Riddler became a badass, but then they just like a football analogy, they dropped it at the 1 yard line. Just like they crushed it all the way down, and then they fumble.
Well, they couldn't do anything with him because, like, if Riddler knew who Batman was, that's different than the Joker because the Joker wants the game to go on and on and on.
Mm-hmm.
The Riddler's like, I'm going to ruin your financial.
We were having a really good time, and then I brought this guy on. What's up, Pop Blender?
Hey, Pop, what's going on, man?
Always here to just see, Shark the truth teller. I don't blame you, man. I hope I don't want to give you this funk that I've had for going on two and a half weeks now. It might come through the microphone somehow.
Yeah.
I feel
Man,
bad.
Tony Figs, you in here somewhere? What up, homie?
Don't let me interrupt. No, do not let me interrupt, man.
I'm going to interrupt because this guy right here tells me, hey, I'm going to send you that figure, but I've been coughing my guts out and I slept for 15 hours yesterday. Here.
I did.
I'm like, don't send me a box of plague, okay?
I slept for 17 hours. 17 hours.
Nice.
And then last night into today slept another 13.
You got the Rona?
Man, it's whatever's been going around, man. It's
Probably got some mono fucking nucleosis type shit.
Dude, I don't even know. Maybe. And then, I was wanting to stream tonight, so I'm trying to get ready for that too. But I could not abandon my friends this afternoon.
Dude,
I wanted to come on and hang out with you guys.
I'm still not 100%. Like, it's eluding me. I had to buy an inhaler for God's sakes.
Dude, this has been one of the worst things I've had. I can't even remember. It's just lethargy, just the energy.
Yeah.
Like I've had no energy for like 2 weeks.
My wife's had that shit the past week. She's been like gone just in bed, and that's unusual for her.
No,
she got up and went to work today, but she got
just my dad's been doing too.
She got the beginning of it, so yeah, it's gonna last a while. She's gonna have the respiratory shit probably for a while and shit like that. Her ear is like clogged. She's saying.
Yeah, that's what my dad was going through too.
Really? Yeah, man.
Pop, I have to ask: have you been?
If he starts bleeding from orifices, he's off the screen, Shane.
I don't want to know.
Take me off quick.
No, well, this is what's going to happen right here. You start bleeding out your eyes or something. I want you to get close to the camera so we can all see it.
Hell no.
Oh, yeah.
Nah. Don't you put that on me. Don't you put that
on me. See, listen
as
to
I was
that.
saying before Ronnie Trickshot interrupted, I was going to say, Pop, are you still punching darts while you've been sick?
Say what?
Smoking cigarettes.
Oh, man, you already know the answer to that question, bro. Look, any smoker is going to smoke through
cigarettes, but the first time I hit it, I can't breathe anymore. Like it, all the lung power's gone.
I have had that before. Not with this. This actually has been all neck up, which explains a lot of my problems. But really no chest stuff. Only in the last probably 3 days. But even then, it's been very mild. All of mine has been all sinus, all congestion and lethargy. Like literally, it's been the tired part of it. But the coughing had none really. Chest congestion, nothing like that. It's just literally all been neck up. So it's really weird, really strange.
Yeah, man. That sounds like what I had just before Christmas. And it was the same symptoms. It was probably the second time, because I got Rona early on in the pandemic, and I never got it again. And then I copped this shit, and exactly the same. I was just tired as all hell. I just had I wasn't coughing up anything really. I was a bit snotty and a bit congested and stuff, but the lethargy was off the charts, man. It put me out of action for a good 7 or 8 days.
This couldn't have come at a worse time because as I've revealed before, that the Tuco Viper came to me.
Mm.
And right as I got him about 3 days before this kicked in. And so that weekend I was going to have my son go out with me, run around town, Broadway, downtown Nashville, do some photos. Then I had a professional photographer that I was going to get to run around with me the following week to do some really cool stuff because he's got amazing ideas. And so I was going to get some really cool photos for 3 Star for his video at the end and all that. And I haven't been able to do shit, like none of it, because other than sleeping until about the time I need to get up and go to work and take a shower and then getting off and on my days off, I've done nothing, like literally nothing. So, Shane, it's coming. What really is even pours salt into the wounds, the UPS store, the drop-off site that's 4 minutes from my house is closed for renovation.
Oh,
So I drove down there and the guy told me, he said, no, come back on Wednesday. He said, we should be good. So I came back on Wednesday. I had about 10 minutes before I had to really hit it for work. And there's guys doing flooring and counters. They're not open. They're still not open. So tomorrow I'm going to go and just drive a little further. And I know that sounds stupid. Like, I know it does. Like, oh, I'm going to drive a little further. Go. But I'm going to tell you, man, like, this thing has laid me out, dude. It's brutal. Just brutal. So, but feel better today. Shane, it's going to be on the way tomorrow. I promise I'm going to pay extra for expedited shipping.
No, don't do that. Are you crazy?
Well, I feel
don't do
bad for
that.
3 Star too, because this thing, it's going to take
He's
like
your
a
cousin,
year
he'll get
to
over
get
it.
this done. Well, he will. But
He'd have been mad if it went to me first, because
It should have ended with you, Pop. It should have ended with you because you're fucking right in the same state. It should have ended at you, I think.
So I'll explain that to you, Woody. The problem is that people have been packing in souvenirs and like their favorite takeout menus, or they go to a rest stop and get like the local go see this place or that, right? They're packing it in.
Box,
and so what happens, the box starts to get heavy, which then ends up costing the next person more in shipping. So he was wanting to alleviate that, pull some of that stuff out to save money, because he understands it costs people money to ship it. And so so that was really the idea, was, okay, it would come back to me. He came over, he got all that stuff. And then I had like, about a week to get all that stuff done and had been able to get nothing done. And so I feel really bad about that, but it's going to be on the way tomorrow, 100% done deal. So, and then it will make its way back to me. I'll have an opportunity to mess around. Probably the last
Still got to go international as well.
Oh yes, absolutely. It's already been to Canada.
Well,
There you go.
So it's going to Australia, so yeah, I mean, this thing's gonna take like a year to get this figure all around, pictures done. It's already been 6, 7, 8 months, something like that. Started in like July, after Joe Fest is when he came up with the idea, and then he jumped on it quickly, and then I think maybe July, if I'm not mistaken, he got it going. And so it just takes time, right? And not everybody is in a, you receive it, and we all have lives, shit happens, man. And sometimes you want to do stuff and it takes you a couple weeks, right? And it just, so it's taken a while, but once it gets done, he's going to make a really awesome video of everybody's photos, man. Like a really cool video. It's going to be awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And I've seen some signatures on there already. I've seen where it's been. I've seen some stamps on there from people.
Nice. Yeah, so I had this awesome Senji figure that I thought was going to be my pickup, and then I picked up the Chameleon, and I was like, I still like this Senji figure. But then I got Major Blood, so
nice.
Yeah. Nostalgia won out, Jeff. I couldn't help it.
Is that Cobra Island?
Yeah, number 27.
Yeah. That was so I bought him and Flint were my first 2 classifieds in 2021, maybe. And I happened to see him out at a store at a comic shop. And those were my first 2 classifieds that I bought. And I just thought both of them were amazing. Flint's my favorite character of all time. But Major Blood is that character. That figure is an awesome figure.
I had it in my hand at the store. Like, I was like, man, I need to get this. And I was like, fuck, $25? I'm going to catch hell if I spend $25.
$25 for that one?
Go figure. Yeah, at the store. It was brand new at Target. I was like, man, this is fucking cool.
Hell
And
yeah.
I was like, you get that feeling sometimes. You're like, you're supposed to take something when you see it. And I was just like, damn it.
See, now you paid nothing for it, so the universe rewarded you.
Yeah, it's going to cost me. Trust me.
Yeah, they already did. We discussed
Right.
it before the stream.
Oh no.
Okay, so we weren't done. What was going on, Jeff? Where we leave
Yeah,
off here?
man.
Do
I
you even
feel
remember?
so bad about interrupting. Jeff,
You
talking
do it every
about,
time. You're all
you're
right.
talking about the Riddler figure. The Riddler
Right.
figure.
We're used to you banging on the door and sucking up all the attention.
Right. So like,
Sorry.
what I was saying was like Riddler would fucking definitely sabotage Bruce Wayne and try to fucking get as much as he could. Like Penguin wouldn't give a shit. He'd blackmail him eventually. Two-Face would just be like, okay, I understand where he's coming from. But like they couldn't figure out what to do with Riddler. So the brain tumor came back. He died. And then he came back and he was the fucking Riddler again. Just forget about these 2 years of character development. And here he is. He's back. Yay!
Yeah, I would have loved to have seen him fight Roz. You know what I mean? It wasn't quite Hush level, but it was getting there.
I mean,
and that's what they did in the cartoon.
Wasn't there a Batman Judge Dredd comic where like Riddler had like the power of a god or some shit?
Yeah.
Oh, I remember a couple
I vaguely remember.
Batman Dreads. I don't know. That was a long time ago.
There's like 3 or 4 of them where Batman and Dredd crossover. That was like that weird decade of crossovers, or like there was Batman and the Punisher, but it was like Azrael Bats and the Punisher.
Right,
like,
yeah.
Everyone was like, yay! And then when Bruce was healed, the Punisher came back, and we were like, oh fuck! Because
Dude, do you remember when they made Punisher a Ghostbuster?
No.
Yeah,
No.
really.
I think
Are
you
you
just
serious?
dropped something on Jeff there.
Yeah, he had like stuff carved in his head, and like he was like,
No, that's a fucking weird witch man. That's not a Ghostbuster. Proton pack, fucking.
Was he a ghost or a ghostbuster?
No, he was like fighting like it was almost like
he was fighting demons and stuff. Yeah, he.
Oh,
yeah.
Now
like a Winchester fighting demons and
Not the same.
vampires and
That's
werewolves.
you're talking. Jeff's over here. He's getting ready to have a heart attack. So slow down, Greg.
So it's included in many versions of Ghostbuster lore. The proton packs can't affect demons, vampires, or werewolves without killing the motherfucker.
No,
And,
I wasn't
they don't
saying
want to
he
do
was
that.
an actual
So
Ghostbuster.
they only just typically went after ghosts and demigods for some reason, and even then I'm gonna shut the fuck up.
I wasn't saying he was an actual Ghostbuster.
Yeah.
I'm gonna send Jeff some blood pressure medication one of these days.
Hey, speaking of Punisher, man, I've really been enjoying the Netflix Daredevil and season 2 with the Punisher arc.
I
and
liked
now you
him
have Elektra
better
coming in.
in
Yeah, it's great.
Daredevil than I did in his own series, and I really liked his own series.
I watched a little bit of it when it was out. I didn't see the whole thing. I remember just kind of catching a little bit here and there. But man, yeah, no, I've been really enjoying revisiting that series, man. It's so damn good. It's
Johnny
so good.
Bernthal is perfect.
Well,
in
the
that
reason
role.
why
Oh
I was
my God,
good
yes.
in the Daredevil series is because you got to see the bouncing off of ideas between Matt and the Punisher, the contradiction between Matt and his like Catholic viewpoint of like no killing and all that,
Yes.
versus John Barenthal's kill him and get rid of the bad problem, so that you never have to deal with it ever again.
You're right.
See,
You're right.
that's good. That
Just
duality.
yeah.
between the two characters.
I'd
And
like
it's
to
great.
point out that Ben Affleck Daredevil didn't have that fucking problem.
Ben Affleck Daredevil had a
train.
pill problem, is what he had.
You know?
Of course, if my bad guy looked like that, I'd have a pill problem too.
Well, but I mean, the
Believe
director's
guy
cut of
who
the
directed
Daredevil.
that Daredevil with Ben Affleck, he did such a bad job with that movie. They said, "Here, go do Ghost Rider as well."
Well, I mean,
Oh,
The director's cut of that
Failure way
Daredevil is
upward.
fucking great. Like, it actually shows Matt Murdock doing Matt Murdock things and not fighting in a park.
It was
Like,
a little bit better. It was a little bit better. About the best thing about that whole movie was the time when it showed his Daredevil vision, and he's like, "The world is on fire." That was about the best scene in the whole.
That was pretty cool. I did like the shower scene where they showed like the Batman scars. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where he was just beat the fuck up. I was like,
Right.
that's some real shit there.
looked like
Warchest says, how many of you are longtime Daredevil fans? I started reading Daredevil at the Caviar Killer way back in the day. That was
I
like
really-
my first issue, and I've been
I really
reading
wasn't.
Daredevil ever since. Like
I had
Daredevil
Child's Play.
my life.
I was getting G.I. Joe books, Captain America, and then somehow Daredevil took over for Captain America at some point in time.
Well, me being an epileptic, I always loved having a sort of handicapped hero. You know what I mean? Like,
That's cool.
you know, the man's blind and
Am I fucking with you yet?
a different point.
Shit.
You're lucky I'm not photosensitive, motherfucker.
I was gonna say that's some
Yeah,
serious
you're
shit,
fucking
man.
actually lucky.
I know he's
That's
not. That's
serious
the only
shit.
reason I did it. We're gonna have
Yo,
to
if
put
we
a
saw
warning
season
at the
on
beginning
screen,
of the
I'm
show,
out.
man.
Oh, no.
There we go.
I have the probably the first thing I got was the Child's Play, Frank Miller graphic novel. With Daredevil probably really introduced me. I've got a few of the comics from back when I was a kid, but I was not big. I was really heavy into G.I. Joe, Transformers, Sergeant Rock, Punisher, really. But that was not a big Daredevil fan from back in the day, but it makes me want to go revisit. It makes me want to go pick up some of those classic runs, and series and kind of revisit those for sure.
There was
I
a
really-
comic of Daredevil with Punisher in it, where they actually took the comic code off of it so that they could discuss drugs. And I think
Really?
it was the gym teacher was selling drugs to the students, and of course Punisher's trying to kill the guy, and Matt's trying to save his life and all this stuff. But
Well, in the Child's Play graphic novel, I mean, he talks about a guy being all hopped up. He's foaming at the mouth, and he's got stuff coming out, and it literally spells it. It says it. Like he's on blah blah blah, or whatever.
Yeah.
And like it's
Frank Miller never gave two shits. Like,
Nope.
if it was there for the story, he was writing it.
Mm-hmm.
And like, it's what I really want to see out of this Daredevil Born Again. I want to see Karen Page go to become a movie star and get her all fucking hopped up on heroin and sell fucking Daredevil's true name.
I wish. We're not
If she doesn't become a junkie, I'm out. Like,
What the
We're
right
not
off the
gonna-
bat, man, I'm
Damn.
out.
that Born Again, but we're not
Jeez.
doing that Born Again.
But you know what? I love in that series though, because I had forgotten, that it was the chick from True Blood. And
Yeah.
Right.
and like I was like fire and I completely forgotten. And when she, the very first episode, and I'm like, is that who I think it is? And I'm like, it is who I think it is. And
Well, I mean, all the
Yeah, no, I
cast
love
in
it.
that show is amazing. The guy they got
yes.
playing Foggy Nelson is amazing.
Yes.
And Foggy's
yes.
always been a hard one to do,
right.
Jay
Well,
Astro.
John Favreau,
It's not for
actually.
you, buddy.
Yeah, and
Got my Shane O'Mac jersey on,
as
bitch.
good as
What you
John
know about
Favreau
it?
is, I don't think he did a very good Foggy.
Well, that's when he actually played Foggy in that Ben Affleck Daredevil movie. That's when he actually started to negotiate with Marvel about directing Iron Man. That
Really?
is literally, yeah, he started those conversations during the making of that movie and at playing Foggy Nelson and obviously it bore fruit. But he wanted to direct Iron Man, and that's when that started, is when he was filming that.
You do know who we have to thank for Ben Affleck being Matt Murdock in that Daredevil, right?
Oh boy, I don't know. Stan?
It was Kevin Smith.
Kevin Smith.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
I always
Yeah,
thought Matt
they
Damon
asked
should have
who
played
was doing-
Daredevil.
Kevin Smith was doing the series at the time, and they asked him. They were like, who would you have play it? He's like, I would pick Ben Affleck for everything. Like it was like,
I
thanks.
think
bud.
Matt
Thanks.
Damon would have been perfect.
Who?
Matt Damon.
as ooh
Daredevil.
as
As
Matt.
Daredevil. I always
think-
like,
think
and
he
that was
would-
before
would've
Jason
probably
Bourne. And
a
when
better
Bourne
Daredevil.
came out, I was sold like son of a bitch. I think he looks like him,
better.
right?
It's hard to imagine anybody else but Charlie Cox at this point.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it
Dude,
just really
Yeah.
is. Like he just nails that whole vibe, and it's a shame he just got that tiny cameo in the Spider-Man No Way Home movie.
yeah,
that
but that was
little
such a
bitty
But that
part.
was a hilarious cameo.
I'm
It
a
was
really
funny
good
as shit.
lawyer.
Yep,
He's in the
Really
cartoon.
good lawyer.
Is
Yeah,
he?
he's in. Yep, he's in the cartoon. The new Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man cartoon that's on Disney
Ugh.
Plus.
That's an interesting series. I was really pissed off because I was like, this is like the MCU like Spider-Man. Like you're gonna find out what it was like for him freshman year, and like you're gonna find out how he actually got his powers, and then like the Hornswoggled you, and that's
Yeah,
not.
it's also a multiverse.
Worcester.
Yeah,
It's
that's
actually
what I'm
it's
talking
not
about.
in the
It's
it's
not
a
Kevin
multiverse
Smith.
tale.
I really fucking hate that they brought that concept up like
I agree.
into the movies. Like in the comics, it's fine because it's like, okay, I can choose not to fucking read this, and I can choose not to watch the movies too. But like, they've been like pushing this shit for almost 10 years, and it's like nobody gives a fuck, dude. Like, it.
Well, and if you see the new Captain America movie, I'm not going to spoil anything, but I'll just say that is brought up at some point.
Of course, it
Okay,
is.
and the thing is, it's like, oh gosh, yeah, we've been going through this for several years now with multiverse. At this point, it's like we don't need teasers anymore. It's like it's kind of goofy.
Greg, Triple C, while you guys are both here, how does Wednesday sound to go see Captain America? No.
Who are you
Okay.
talking to?
Who?
Wednesday.
Who are you talking to?
Greg and
Me?
Triple C.
Oh,
Oh,
Wednesday?
Yeah.
Sure.
I'll get paid. I'll have money. I told Sammy that I'd cover him. So,
I want to see it before Tuesday.
and I owe Greg
stream.
like 1,000 movies, so I'll buy your ticket as well.
I'm
Nice.
curious about y'all's opinion on it next week. If y'all do go see it, I am. I'm
yeah,
gonna
we're
go
definitely
see it
gonna go
this
one
week
day.
as
I
well.
think Wednesday is probably the best day for me.
I may
Sammy
see
said
it
any
Sunday
day but
night.
Sunday. So
Sunday
I'll
night
wait
after
till
I
the
drop my
Blu-ray
son
comes
off.
out.
yeah,
Speaking of Charlie Cox, have any of you blokes heard of a TV show called Kin?
I've heard of it.
Yeah.
I don't
It's
really know
Irish.
anything about it, but I've heard about it.
First time
Yeah.
I remember seeing him was on Boardwalk Empire.
Oh wow.
Okay.
okay.
You should definitely, if you like crime sort of shows, you should check it out. It's about like a family in Dublin get involved in like a gangland war, and he's in it. He plays a hitman in it. Good.
What is it, like an Irish version of Peaky Blinders or something?
No, it's like
Come
modern
on,
day.
West, get typing.
It's like drug cartel sort of stuff. But yeah, you should be able to find it streaming on something. I don't know where it's streaming over here in Australia, so you should be able to find it. It's also
Okay.
got what's his name in it, Littlefinger from Game of Thrones.
Oh,
Okay.
Yep. And there's another famous actor. I can never remember his name. Hang on, let me look it up.
Well.
What is it?
Worcester, not typing.
I know.
Unless he
Aiden
is typing,
Gillen.
you just take it this long.
Yeah, right.
Is he-
Might be a long response. Sam Keeley. Oh, Ciaran Hinds
Oh, yeah.
and
Yeah.
Aiden Gillen, Charlie Cox. Yeah, it's a pretty good cast.
Yeah.
Pretty good cast.
Yeah.
Oh, who that is.
I guarantee you know who. And I don't know if it's Karen or Ciaran Hinds. I think it might be Karen Hinds. He. Did you ever see Rome, Woody,
No.
on
Yeah,
HBO?
he played Caesar and Rome.
Oh my gosh,
Played
what a great
the,
show!
The leader of the Wildlings in Game of Thrones.
Yes,
You
he
know,
did.
He,
He was
played,
Steppenwolf in Justice League, Zack Snyder's Justice League.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
also. I thought he might have been in the MCU. I
Yes,
think.
he was in the second Ghost Rider.
Yes,
He was the bad guy.
That's
Devil
right.
Oh, Blackheart. He was Blackheart.
He was the bad guy. Devil.
That was the first one.
Okay. The son, then. He was the
The one
son.
who was like having the child sacrificed to him or whatever.
Oh, okay. That dude. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
You know who the bad guy was in that movie? It was Nick Cage, okay?
Hey, I love some Nick Cage movies, though.
Oh man,
I saw that
a
one that he was
treasure.
being himself basically in the movie. It was pretty funny.
Oh, the one with Pedro Pascal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was pretty fucking funny.
Yep.
He was actually Nick Cage in the movie.
Excalibur. Okay.
Yes.
Mendoza, do you have access to StreamYard? Because you're going to have to get on here one of these days. We got to talk to you, buddy. I mean, for real.
Man,
Without spoilers, they're trying too hard to be Winter Soldier. They brought adamantium into the Marvel Universe, but Mackie just isn't leading man material, and you can't get you to believe it. Yeah, I can roll with that.
Yeah, this
Nothing
movie suffered
shocking
from reshoots and rewrites. It went through.
Yeah, this cost trillions.
Yeah, it went through screenings.
Well, I mean, look
And
what
audiences didn't
look
react
what
at
Bill
all
happened
to it.
with Blade.
Right.
Like that thing's in development hell.
Yeah,
It's gone now. I
It's
heard
over.
it's gone.
Yeah, it's over.
Oh, really? They finally gave up on it?
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
no Marshala Ali, if I pronounce it
Marshall
correctly.
Ali? Yeah.
I'm
He
not sure.
he walked away from it.
Yeah,
he
that's
just
good because
walked
that actor's caliber is fucking way better than a goddamn Blade movie. Just saying.
Well, and
Yes.
even
Yes.
so, I mean, I think he could have brought
Probably be a
a
shitty
lot
Blade
to
movie
it.
on top of that.
Well,
Robert-
exactly.
Robinson.
Right. Yeah, the script probably was brutal. Well,
Yeah.
the first version of the script basically had him being led around by 4 female lead characters, and he was just kind of a side character in his own movie. And you've seen that you saw that in Shang-Chi, where he was actually kind of the side character in his own movie because the other ladies took the lead. Really, his sister and
The only thing I remember
go.
about Shang-Chi was it was an effect-driven movie. It was a spectacle. It was
Yeah, I like
Right.
It wasn't
Shang-Chi.
script. It was just
Yeah.
pops, flashes.
When
But
he
I
fought the
was
dragon at the
really
end, that was pretty
fucking
dope.
blasted when I went and
When he
saw
took
that.
the rings. Yeah.
right.
The bus fight was cool too. With what's his name? Scissorhands. What's his name? I can't remember it, but you know who I'm talking about.
I know you're talking about.
It was right like towards the start of the film, where he's on the bus and he's fighting the guy with the big.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
had one
Drago.
fist, yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
And then
Yep.
they stole his
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
there
movie
was some
was
good
pretty
fight
good.
scenes in that movie for sure.
Oh yeah. I mean, I was disappointed because the rings were actual rings and they weren't rings. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
if you're gonna do it right.
Mhm.
You know, when it comes to stuff like that. I mean, there's the source material's been there for so long, and they weren't wrong when they did it. You know.
What, did you
Yeah.
also want him to have the racist garb and the Fu Manchu and everything? Like,
We're not
No,
talking
you can
about
update
yellow
that.
claw here, but yeah, fucking go with what.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know that anybody would have a big outcry about it. I mean,
Mhm.
not
The-
really.
The most
you get
racist
through a
thing I
day or
saw was
two.
the damn dragons.
Just
So
more like, a combat style, like.
But I think that the source material, that's the thing, right? Like if you're a comic fan or especially with a lot of these characters, the material's all there for you to adapt. And for the greater audiences, they're not familiar with it. So I
Right.
think that there's no problem adapting that material because you can bring it to a wider audience, right? And then your hardcore fans are really going to love you for it. Especially.
So yes and no. So like if you adapt a storyline, like say they decide to do the whole Bane thing with Batman in the series of movies, right? Anytime that version of Bane or that Bane character that looks like Bane from that comic, and anytime his flunkies would show up, that's money to the original writer. Companies don't want to do that. They fucked over the hot guy. You know what I mean? Like, but I totally agree with you. Like,
We've gone over that, right? I mean, you're
Yeah.
right, and that's true. And they don't want to pay those guys, but nonetheless, I mean, just from a a broader sense of writing a good story, right? And putting it out there. I think that, you know, it's all
let me
there.
know when you're home, AFA. I'll send you a link.
They're trying to do that with Ahsoka and course correct. Like, that's why they called it Heir of the Empire, and you're like, this is not Heir of the Empire.
Nope.
But okay, Thrawn's back, I guess.
And that Thrawn is not like Thrawn. It's just not.
No.
It's not him.
Yeah.
I'm so glad that I checked out on all the Star Wars shows. So glad. Like, you're talking to someone here like you blokes grew up on Star Wars and was obsessed with Star Wars. Right. And, you know, when like the last 3 films came out, especially the last film, after that, fucking done. Wipe my hands clean of it. I've dabbled with The Mandalorian, and that's it. And I don't. And I feel for you guys. I feel for you guys who sit through that stuff and put yourselves through it to talk about it. Like, and of course, I get it. Like, and I'm not judging you guys for it, but I feel for you that you actually have to do that. Like, especially like you, Pop, like you, because you obviously watch that stuff.
You're good.
Talk about it.
You're good, Rowdy. You're good.
No, I feel you, man.
It just gives me too much pain. Like, to even listening to you like talk about it, bro. It's like, it's fucking painful. Terrible.
I respect anyone who could read the tea leaves, and then there's those that, you know, obviously hope that, okay, maybe this project might right the ship. Maybe this I love this character, right? You know, and then I watch Obi-Wan,
many
and
chances to right the ship.
And you're 100% correct. And at this point,
blowing holes in it.
For me, at this point now, it's more of covering or paying attention to it. Not because at this point I'm hoping, because I know what it is. I know what it's going to be. They're going to make a Rey. If they continue to make a Rey, does anybody want to see a new Rey movie?
No, I would like to see an X-Wing Top Gun style movie.
And supposedly Patty Jenkins has been brought back on board to reignite the thing she got fired from. They've fired more directors from Star Wars projects than they've actually made Star Wars projects. It's ridiculous.
When Patty
Mikey
Jenkins
nailed it. Mikey nailed it with that comment. I mean, there's some heat for you.
When Patty Jenkins announced that she was doing that and that she got fucking Captain Kirk to fucking be an X-Wing pilot, I was like, fucking on board. Let's do this. And like, okay, this isn't exactly going to be the Rogue Squadron books. I'm okay with that. I understand it. It's going to be X-Wings doing fucking Top Gun shit in space. That's what I wanted to see. And, man, I keep fucking trying. Like, I lasted half an episode of The Acolyte and was like, nope.
It's so bad.
And the series that came after that with Jude Law, which I don't even fucking remember the name, I actually kind of liked.
It was fine. We talked about it. It was fine.
Yeah, like,
I thought it was okay.
It was like a show that was just like building up to show us the goddamn monkey. We came to see fucking King Kong.
Man, right?
Where's the fucking monkey?
Well, they jangle the keys.
Jedi.
They jangle the keys, right? They give you just a key jangle, and then it's like a cat with that, you know, you're oh my god, and then you watch it, and it's like diet food, it's fast food, it's very unfulfilling.
Snake with some smoke.
What is this? Reagan lost the well. That's what they're hoping, but the problem is they had 3 movies to turn people off of that character and that story. And she would be doing what Luke should have done, but they treated Luke like a piece of shit and cast him aside as a curmudgeon old man who abandoned his friends and everything he stood for and what we knew him to be.
My favorite thing is when you look back and it's like the 50 times Mark Hamill warned us about the new Star Wars.
That's the truth.
It's my favorite thing on the internet. He really was trying to tell us something, wasn't he?
My favorite thing on the internet is what they said about that. They were like, they did Luke dirty because Luke died of exhaustion. He didn't die of anything else. He died of exhaustion.
He called him Jake Skywalker. He's like, this isn't. He said, this isn't the character I know. This is a guy. His name might as well be Jake Skywalker. I don't know who this is. And he pleaded. He pleaded with Ryan Johnson over and over. to like this. He would not do these things. These things don't make sense, and
Right.
they did it anyway. Of course, Ryan Johnson's famous as a director for saying, "I want 50% of the people to walk out of my movies hating it, and I want 50% of the people walking out loving it." That he loves that. That's what he wants out of his films. He doesn't want everyone to like him.
I kind of like him for that reason because he doesn't give a fuck. He's like, I'm gonna make my art. People are gonna love it or they're gonna hate it, and I don't give a fuck. You know, like
Alpha, at
that's
least you were smart
commendable.
enough not to call him John Cougar Mellencamp. He does go by Mellencamp now.
But
Well, I
like,
mean, he did do a good job with Rogue One. You know.
yeah, Rogue One was great.
Yeah.
But
That was the
he did
first
a-
Star Wars movie that was
Last
made for
Jedi.
adults.
Yeah,
Period.
Rogue One was great, but that was
But I wanted
what's
to
his
carve
name?
his eyes out when I watched Last Jedi. I was like, that had to be the dumbest movie I've ever seen.
Gareth Edwards did Rogue One.
Yeah.
Yeah, Gareth Edwards did Rogue One, and
I could have swore Ryan Johnson did.
no, Ryan Johnson had nothing
was
to do
on
with
it,
Rogue
and then
One.
he got his ass shit canned.
Yeah,
Having
but
fun, Adam?
Astro.
yeah, but no, he definitely. Well, the other part too. Here, I mean, the bigger problem with the whole thread of those three movies was the fact that's nice, Jay Astro. I love it.
We all
Is
Leave it to
that
Jay Astro.
they
My
didn't
man's
communicate.
on point.
They didn't have a through line. They didn't
Right.
communicate. So all three films are completely different from each other. They have
The
no
last
thread.
season- the last season of fucking Star Trek Deep Space Nine told a better connected story than 3 fucking movies. Was a fucking
Ooh.
easy punch
Ooh.
card. Like
Ooh.
Deep Space Nine had all new characters except for O'Brien, the greatest engineer of all time. And then like Star Wars was like, okay, we've got this gold. We're gonna buy a shit ton of crypto with it.
Bo
What?
Cephas, motherfucker. Bo Cephas.
Good
Sorry.
analogy,
So, like-
Jeff.
Yeah,
Good
yeah.
analogy.
It was,
I
yeah.
mean,
No,
it's
he
just
nailed
like-
it.
It's the easiest thing not to fuck up,
Mhm.
and they managed to do that.
Yeah.
Think about this. The easiest thing, if you had a new young cast, the easiest thing in the first movie was to have Han, Luke, and Leia on screen together and have them go on one last adventure and pass that adventure on to the
Mhm.
new cast. And you know what they didn't do? They
That.
didn't get those three actors on screen together not one time.
Yeah.
They
Nope.
didn't even have all of them on set together at one time.
Mhm.
Like my thought on when I heard Star Wars was coming out, you heard all these crazy cast rumors, and like Zac Efron was brought up, and I was like, okay,
Right.
Zac Efron's a fucking talented guy. Like bullshit aside, he made his money.
No, I
off
agree.
Teeny bopper movies, good for him. I would have done the same. But like they're talking about him being Jason, and I'm like, ooh, they fucking do the twins, fucking that whole fucking train wreck. I'm on board.
Oh,
All you need is an example of it's been 30 years since the Empire has fallen. Fucking the Republic's going strong. Luke is the head of the Jedi Order. Leia's like retired with her husband Han, fucking doing smuggler shit. Chewie died. Sorry? Question mark. Fuck you, Ari Salvatore. And like, you know, just shit like that. And like, start the movie with that, with like Jason with Ben as they're fucking doing the thing that led to Jason's fall. Like, do that fucking series. Would have been great. You know, and then have
I
that
agree.
badass moment where like, oh fuck, they're really doing the dark side thing with Luke again, and like, yeah, they're really doing it again with Luke, but it fucking rules.
But that's what I mean, Jeff. The material was there.
Yeah,
And they chose
Yeah.
to disregard it. And then they said, well, we're going to put our own stamp on this thing. But they had no plan. They had
Right.
no plan for 3 movies. And that how can you do that when you're going to come back out with something as big as an
the
IP
key
as Star
point.
Wars?
That's the key point right there. There was no plan. Having 3 different directors who were all going to do their own thing. Recipe for disaster. Like,
Yes.
and the fact that, what's his name? Colin.
Speaking of a recipe for disaster, war chest full of toys.
that worked.
Son of a bitch.
I'm
He's
so
like,
glad.
tag me in, motherfucker. I gotta talk about some Star Wars, bitches.
I am so glad you're talking about Ryan Johnson because I hate that motherfucker.
right?
Jesus.
I
Like
tell
a
you what, the
blood-boiling
one
fat-
subject that will just
Don't
send
hold
me
back.
through the
Tell us how you really
fucking
feel.
roof is fucking Ryan Johnson and that whole fucking debauchery of bullshit. How in the fuck do you buy a monster IP like that, lay out 3 new movies, and just fucking hand each other fucking hand jobs and not have a complete fucking story laid out that's cohesive, that gives everybody fan service and everything they desire? I understand.
They were handed a story, a
Exactly.
3-movie story.
It makes
An
zero
outline.
fucking sense.
They
on
were handed
every
Golden
level.
Goose, and they fucking dropped it. Like Disney,
Mm.
I mean, like,
How in
and
the-
then
Oh, absolutely. How do you not lay out the entire story and make this is what we're doing? One giant epic. People have waited fucking 40 years for this shit, you know, and you lay it out and everybody fucks it up for one. Now, that's just the one thing.
Everybody.
On
Yeah.
top of it. But on top of the fact of you don't give everyone the fan service. You never, like Pop was saying, you never see them on screen together or anything like that. Now, I understand introducing new characters, and eventually you have to fucking kill the legacy characters off so everyone will embrace the new characters that you're trying to sell. But when you come down to the entire marketing directive of Star Wars, the number one selling figure in Star Wars is Luke Skywalker, the number one. He's like Snake Eyes. Everybody wants this motherfucker. And then you tell me you're going to kill him off? You're going to kill off all the things that make you money? How fucking stupid is that? Like, for real. How these people at Disney are fuck the DEI and all the other shit. How in the fuck do you fumble the football? That's so fucking hard. And you don't go in and clean fucking house. Like, I mean, Jesus. It just unbelievable to me. I walked out of that fucking movie 3 fucking times. People tried to get me to watch it.
Last
and I
Jedi.
was like, this is dumb as shit. And then whenever the last one, The Rise of Skywalker, I still hadn't finished the Ryan Johnson. Eventually, I did finish watching it. But the minute they brought the Emperor back and the MacGuffin started, I got
somehow Palpatine has returned. That's the Poe Dameron line.
Well, I mean, what about Snoke being some sort of like clone of Palpatine or whatever, and like all that bullshit?
But they didn't even fulfill that because in Last Jedi they literally kill him off, and so we know nothing about him. We don't get any story about him. They give you nothing, and then he dies, and that's it.
They turned him into a clone, and that was that. Like, okay, so you're nothing, so fuck off.
They tried to explain it.
Third one, they're like, oh yeah, he was a clone.
Well, they tried to explain it in Mandalorian. Remember, like season 2, I think it was. They tried to explain it in that where they go to this Imperial. It's in a canyon, and they go there and they find out there's like little Snokes in jars, so they're growing them, and it's a cloning process or whatever. Yeah. But you know, you don't get really anything. I mean, that's completely botched, right? I mean, just completely unplanned, and one director to the next, not even talking about it, or as War Chest might agree with, that's Ryan Johnson just sabotaging and doing whatever the fuck he wants to do, even if he was given a plan to follow.
Absolutely.
Alpha, send me a message on Instagram. I can't find you in here.
And that's what Fumblin's saying right there. Exactly. I mean, it's, you know, it wouldn't surprise me in the least. And then, like, you know, Shane, you're right. You can look the YouTube video up. There's literally a video. It's titled like the 50 times that Mark Hamill tried to warn us about The Last Jedi. And it's just one interview after another with the director, without the director, with cast members, by himself. And it's over and over. And he's laying it out there for everybody, you know. And it's that last movie. Have you finished it?
Same thing. I'm not sure.
Have you finished the last movie, War Chest? Did you actually finish Rise of Skywalker?
I did finally finish it.
Did you?
The entire time it would have been like watching me watch the Super Bowl. Like, what the fuck? Like, I was like, this is dumb as shit.
There's horses on you know, Imperial Starship. You know what I mean? Like,
that was dumb.
Horses running along, and I'm like, just tilt the fucking ship sideways.
And
Lunchbox.
So many fucking
Lunchbox.
Like, whenever they went to the
space horses.
When they go to the casino, and that's an incredible point to put Lando in right there.
Yeah,
right.
Oh, sure.
Like,
no, they put him on the desert planet, of course.
You know, where in the hell would Lando be hanging out at?
In the middle of the big festival that's going on.
It was just dumb.
They should have met Jar Jar at that festival. Okay, that's all I'm saying.
Holdo maneuver. That shit,
oh no!
Which, if they had given fan service, if they had Leia jump that fucking carrier through that Super Star Destroyer,
right,
and that been her way out, that would have been beautiful.
That would have been
Or
badass.
they
That
could have
would've
just
been
let her die because they, at a certain point, they knew she wasn't going to be in the next movie.
Exactly.
Okay. So instead of having her do the Mary Poppins through space, they could have just killed her right there, let it go, would have been fine.
Absolutely.
But Mary,
Mary
Poppins,
Poppins
is,
is
I
so-
checked out at Mary Poppins in space.
It's
That was
it's
bad,
truly
bro.
embarrassing to watch
So
that
bad.
scene.
Have you guys watched the Ryan Johnson movie, the Glass House thing? Have
Oh,
any of you
Glass
seen
Oh,
Onion?
you talking about the
The
is
knives
that the
out
Bruce?
Glass Onion?
it's one of the Knives Out movies. It's the last
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, I
yeah,
haven't
Okay,
seen
so
it.
I haven't seen the movie, but I have seen a scene from the movie, and a buddy of mine told me to watch it. And in that scene, he literally put this entire scene together talking about destroying the Mona Lisa, and he's talking about Star Wars. You need to watch it.
If you correlate the two, if
I
you
saw
listen
that
to it,
movie.
read
I
it through
saw
the
that.
lines.
100%, he's talking
Right.
about how he destroyed something beautiful just so he would live forever.
Right.
Like, no one would ever forget his name.
What a total fuckwit! If that's true that he did that on purpose, he's a
Oh,
fuckwit.
I believe it 100%.
Then props to that fucking guy, because that takes fucking nuts. Look, we've got this perfect thing. Fuck you. Here's some gasoline and a lighter.
He
I
didn't
know,
single-handedly
Star Wars is not the one
devalue
that
it.
No, because fuck
It's
that.
ego.
dude.
That's all that
just
is,
like that
though.
asshole who
Yeah.
took a hammer to fucking Michelangelo's sculptures, all right?
Right.
Fuck that dude. Okay?
Yeah.
Fuck
Whoa.
that dude.
It was that line from freaking Fight Club. I just wanted to beat something up that was beautiful.
For real, for real.
I mean,
I'll
in all
find that
honesty-
scene and I'll drop it in the chat.
No, but like, here's the thing
you
though
can
about
watch
those
that.
Star Wars movies that we all
Woody
fucking
is
hate.
frozen right now with a big old roll of smoke coming out of his
That's like the,
which is
I
hilarious.
wasn't gonna say nothing. Like I thought that was perfect.
I'm just
But here's the thing about like those Star Wars movies that we hate, right? That we're all fuck Star Wars movies that those guys made. We're still talking about it.
Oh
Yep.
man, I'm telling you,
Yep.
I loved the first like
But
for-
not in
for
a good
me,
way.
As
No,
far as
but we're
the
still
whole,
talking about
We're still talking though.
sorry, for me, as far as the whole new Star Wars stuff goes, I loved Andor, I loved Rogue One, I loved the first 2 seasons of The Mandalorian, and that's about where my love for it stops.
I'm with you 100%. 100%.
Ditto.
It's just,
All the way.
What the
I liked parts of Ahsoka. I really did.
But I
liked
will say that Ahsoka is excellent in the term or the fact of it's a continuation of the Clone Wars stuff. And
Yeah.
but the problem with Dave Filoni is that everything he does comes off like it's the Clone Wars cartoon. It's not like you're watching Star Wars; you're watching the animation come to life.
Yeah, you're watching
Well, which
Rebels
also,
for real.
like, it's
It
also that
really
thing-
was live action Rebels.
It's also that like complaint that like we all have had at one point. Like, do we really need another story about the Skywalkers?
No,
You know what I mean?
and-
Like, no, we
and
don't.
that's-
But like, as soon as we get something else that's different, we're
Yeah.
fucking angry about it.
and
Right.
It's
that's
not
Well, that
done
was-
the right way, right?
So
Like,
That's
like,
been
hear me
my
out, like, hear me out,
argument
hear me out,
for
hear me out.
30 years.
yeah.
Like
Go
hear
for
me
it.
out, okay?
Yep. No,
So, like-
sorry.
So Skywalker shit, whatever, okay? We're all done with it. Luke fucking beat Anakin. Anakin fucking, he's your best friends now. Everything's fine. And like, he's redeemed, okay? And we were like, okay, story done. But like, as soon as we all saw the Force Awakens come out, and we all might have got the chance that Luke is going to be in it, we all fucking had hard-ons. Because we wanted the rest of that story, even though most of, or if some of us, had been reading the books from 1991 up until that moment, where we had our end game for Luke, Han, and Leia. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like we get the sequel trilogy, right? Like, okay, this is hot garbage. Thanks for nothing. But we're still not happy, even with the shit that we get. Like the Mandalorian even had to pull the Skywalker card
Yeah.
because that's what people think that we want, but it's not.
Yeah. Yep. So for me, I think that those films have their place, like the Ewok Adventure and all that stuff, like the more made for kids stuff that they put on, like, you know, regular television. Like, I totally get that. But I guess at this point, you know, now I'm more of an adult. So I want a little bit more of an adult story. But you're absolutely right. The Star Wars universe is bigger than the Skywalker family. And at some point, you have to realize that you've got to let the legacy characters go, and you've got to do something else. Which
I think
and
Woody went
I
out to
don't
dinner.
flaw them for doing that. Like even the Skeleton Crew thing, I think that was fine. But the problems I had with Skeleton Crew was, why is this guy talking like a fucking 16th century pirate? Why is he
Right.
wearing the part of the crew look like they're pirates off of a boat? Like they just took him from the Disney fucking Pirates of the Caribbean and tried to insert him into a starship. And I'm just come on, guys, this is fucking
It was
dumb.
techno punk Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah, it was just
and like I agree with you. Like if they would have changed the dialogue, that show would have been much better. But again, though, that show was all about we have a monkey back there. Do you guys want to see it?
Yeah, exactly. It's like, why didn't they just keep it like fucking space smugglers, or gangsters in space, or even call space pirates if you want? But they're just smugglers that fucking board ships and raid whatever and take what they want.
Right,
I wouldn't have minded a cop. Intergalactic police going after smugglers, you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Just take it right down to some anything with a detective story in it. I'm all in. So
yeah.
That's when I was writing heavily and still doing it like semi-professionally, I pitched an idea to Disney Plus that got rejected, like hardcore rejected, really bad rejected, and it was the story of a purge survivor who was out on the rim, and he was literally playing fucking like detective. Like he hired himself out as a private eye, blah blah blah, and like a client that he went after happened to be a child of a Jedi. Yeah. And like the adventure would have started at that point with them running, and like none of this hiding shit as soon as that kid was picked up. Because if you're fucking that kind of guy, if you've been indoctrinated, if you're going through the Jedi life and you survive the purge, that means that you're at least a knight. Yeah. And if your new job is to protect the Force sensitive kid, you're not fucking around when the stormtroopers come. Oh, you guys are still scared of Jedi, right? Fucking here's my lightsaber. Let's fucking do this. You know what I mean? Like in the first episode of Rebels, when they're fucking hammered down, everybody's about to beat the shit out of them. General is like, Caden now, and he pulls out his fucking saber, and everybody stops. Because they're like, fuck, that's a Jedi.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, like, that's where I was going with my storyline, and, like, it got fucking pushed out so far. It was unoriginal. It didn't have this. It didn't have that. It's not Star Wars enough. And I was like, okay.
Yeah. That's fucking crazy, man. That
happens. I mean, it wouldn't have been a good story in the scheme of things, but
And then, like, and another thing I'll touch on real quick, and then I'm out. I got to get some shit done. But the whole Mandalorian series, that build up to the shocker where Luke comes and takes Grogu, that's where we should have stopped seeing Grogu completely. And several seasons
was where we were going to stop.
At least for a while.
Yeah, for a couple of
just
seasons.
Let him, if you're going to do it, just let him go train or whatever.
Yeah,
and
the
disappear for a while.
Mandalorian bounties aren't making any money. Boba Fett isn't. They've got to find a different way to make money in the galaxy. So they've got to change their fucking jam. They got to find their way and make their money. But at that point, you built a great fucking 2 seasons to build up to getting rid of Grogu. And then you just drop the ball. Why? Because Grogu sells toys.
Captain Pen stepped right in and said, "No, we're having more Grogu."
The third season should have been the Mandalorian storyline. Don't get me wrong, but cut out Grogu, make it more focused on the Mandalorians, and then 4th season should have been a 10-year time gap where Grogu, who's not a fucking baby, comes looking for Mando because he needs his help.
Absolutely,
100%. And he's got the best car on.
Right, exactly. And he's got, and maybe he did say, like, well, fuck you, Luke, I'm taking both.
Well, I really liked how they turned Luke into a Sith, because it was an absolute. Either you go with him or you stay with me.
Yeah.
Well, that was, like, the hints at, like, what's wrong with Luke, you know what I mean? Why his academy failed. It was because he's still stuck in that mindset of you're with me or you're not.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah, and I never saw that in the originals. I never saw him as that kind of character.
Never.
No.
Yep. So ridiculous.
No.
Well, not just that, but,
But I tell you, anybody brings up the new Star Wars shit with me, and they know to avoid the subject all completely, because I will just go off for an hour flat.
Well, the thing of it is, ultimately, is that you spend you invest a lot of time, maybe a lot of money, in following something for a really long time, and then all of a sudden, in just a short, literally short period of time, it all goes to shit. And most everything associated with it has gone to shit. The comics that they've made have gone to shit.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Okay, the books they've written have gone to shit.
Quick, I went and saw the first prequel, I had spent a fuck ton of money on Darth Maul shit.
Yeah.
They
For
cut
zero
Darth
cents.
Maul in half. He falls down the pit. The movie ends. I'm sitting right at the projector. The projector is right above me. I stand up and I flipped everybody in the theater off because they were clapping. And everyone's like, whoa, whoa. I'm like, fuck you and Darth Maul too.
I did not enjoy the prequels like I wanted to, but I did enjoy them to an extent. The things that I enjoyed were we had never got to see a fully trained Jedi before. That
Right.
was awesome.
Right.
That fucking lightsaber fight at the end, fucking awesome.
Oh,
But past that, most of it I wasn't that hardcore into. The second and third one were kind of a repeat on it. Rogue One gave me a huge fucking erection. Just like, I mean, they were just fucking good movies. The thing about probably the one I hated the most wasn't Ahsoka. Like I said, it looked more like the cartoon. The Boba Fett show was fucking horrible.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, because they made him a
objectively bad. And he became he was a passenger in his own show because it was all about Fennec Shand.
Yeah,
it literally was all about Fennec Shand.
No, absolutely. Fennec had more of a role than Boba did.
Yes.
But the amount of money that wasn't spent, they had the courthouse, the street, the bar, Boba's or Jabba the Hutt's palace. They literally had no sets. And then whenever you saw they brought in Mandalorian, sets and money spent out the ass. And you can see that there was literally just no budget spent on that show.
They didn't even spend money on Obi-Wan. Like they barely spent money on that show.
Oh, I didn't even finish watching that one because
it's terrible.
The cast.
I made the mistake of reading the book before I watched Obi-Wan, and boy, that was a mind fuck.
Yeah, and then they were trying to say everyone was attacking Moses Jones for her character. She fucking sucks. It ain't got nothing to do with
God, it's so bad. Oh,
what's up, Adam?
I was gonna say, like, here's the thing: if you guys think back to when, like, the Phantom Menace came out, right, and how much of a event that was, we've all been there. We've all witnessed it. All you need to do is look at, like, when Punk has his Thursday with a friend. 9 times out of 10, people will tell you they got back into collecting because of the Phantom Menace and because of those Star Wars figures when they came out again, right?
Yeah.
True. Since then, with the new films and the subsequent TV series, that has not happened. Like, of course, times have changed, and in a lot of respects, kids don't buy toys and stuff like that. But there's no event feel to it. The Force Awakens wasn't even really an event. It didn't have that same kind of like magnitude attached to it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Well, and the thing is, remember how they like flooded the market with the prequels? Like, we all thought those toys were going to be worth something, and then those toys did not. Become.
It was like comic books at the same time. We all thought we were going to have a fortune with those X-Men #1s that came out, and they just happened to make 1 million fucking copies of them.
So one of the things about the Force or the prequels that's different between now and then is our social media. We didn't have MySpace and Facebook and all that shit. So as many people that were just fucking upset and pissed off about the prequels, there were just as many or more. We just didn't have the voice that we have now.
Correct.
And yes, they flooded all the merchandise. So everybody that, was kind of brainwashed and just so starved for Star Wars material, when they hit and they were buying the toys and everything, it had a whole different effect than it did this time. Or when everybody went to go see it and they were like, oh, this was great. And the rest of us are like, really? Because it was shit. and when I went and saw the first one, I was hyped. Like, whenever Kylo came down the ramp, chopped that fucking dude up, froze that laser blast, I was like, here we go. This is the bad guy. All right. The present has been made. And,
we were also even hyped for the special editions when they released them in cinema again. Remember that? That was an event. That was an event as well. Like,
it was. Yeah, they made it an event, and it was cool. Another, like, in the Force Awakens, for me, whenever I was watching it, I literally lost like my mind and part of the storytelling. Like even how they brought Han and Chewbacca back in, and the Falcon had been stolen that long. I wouldn't believe for a minute that it would be gone that long. There's no way
Right.
Han and Chewie are letting the Falcon go missing that long without
Right.
And on
Gone
top
at
of
all.
that, like there were
Like-
so many things about that were kind of odd as I was watching it. But the thing that irritated me the most was Boyega's character spent the entire movie trying to get as far away from the First Order as possible. And then right at the end of the movie, he's like, "Oh, I'll take you there. I know where we're going." Like, it's totally not even part of his character. And then this motherfucker's like, "Well, there's some pussy involved, so I'm in the boat. Let's go."
Well,
Like,
let's not forget
you
that
crazy?
the Falcon was conveniently
Yeah,
on Jakku,
yeah,
and when they needed a ride to escape the TIE fighters that are bearing down on them and
Yeah.
they're being discovered, then she just hops in and flies the shit out of it.
Oh,
Yeah.
we're not going to take that hunk of junk. All right, we're taking that
literally,
hunk of junk.
Well, you
I
can
know.
have
I always said
had,
about
like,
the prequels,
theory-
they weren't my Star Wars, but at least George wrote them, and
Yeah.
I think that's what it comes
And I
down to.
thought
Right.
Boyega's character literally was just to get Poe off of the ship. That was literally his whole purpose in the
Right.
movie.
I thought Poe was going to be the Jedi. Like I had no
I think
idea.
that
they
that
were
I
was
wanted
gonna
part of
Finn
the
to be
original
the
thought
Jedi.
process. But
What?
Right.
yeah, I didn't quite understand that either.
Not Poe, but
When-
Finn.
when that-
Finn. I always
Yes,
thought Finn was
yeah.
going to be the Jedi.
I will say something about the new movies, the sequels. They are all absolutely beautifully shot.
Oh,
I
believe
mean,
it.
they are fucking gorgeous. And I will
And
say
there's
that sound
supposedly
score,
there's a fan edit where they cut these movies up and they made them make sense to us, and I would really like to see that cut. But
yeah.
There's a fan. You want to know something? There is a fan edit of the Obi-Wan show that's really good. This dude, he's done a couple of these, man. I wish I could remember it. I would put the link or I would share it in the private chat. This dude is awesome, and he's done this to a few of the movies or shows and actually made them make sense and turned them into something really good. And he did it with the Obi-Wan show, and it actually is really, really. He turned it into a movie.
You remember the Obi-Wan
The
show.
Patterson cut.
Yes, the Patterson cut. That's exactly it. He turns it into a movie. Instead of the series, he turns in the movie. He cuts out all the dumb shit, cuts out Leia with her diapers, running around with a full load, escaping, adult humans. It's really good. Yeah, the Patterson cut. You nailed it. Yeah, he's done a couple of these things, and they're really freaking good, man. This dude has done a great job. You should check it out.
One last thing, and I got to get off here.
Right.
So one last
cutting
thing.
off.
When it comes to Obi-Wan the show, which I watched, which I thought was like this babysitting weird shit. But the ultimate part of the show that was crazy to me was like, and I'll try and be really fast. Whenever when Vader knocked Obi-Wan out, and the fires and the coals and stuff, I'm like, why didn't you just use the Force and pick him up and bring him over to him? And like that didn't happen. I was like, what the fuck? But then later he picks up, what's her name? Fucking Jones, the black girl. He picks her up and like dangles her and chokes her and cracks the screen with her. And I'm like, but he couldn't pick Obi-Wan up? I go, this is just dumb. And then she takes a lightsaber to the stomach, and 15 minutes later, she's running across the desert to get to Luke. Totally fucking intelligently stupid. And then on top of that, the best one, though, the absolutely best one for me when I was watching that show was the simple fact that the Obi-Wan going around the gate was just ridiculous when they had that gate. Like, did everyone not
they just walked her. Yeah, you could have just walked around it.
It was just comical. There were so many things in that show that were, and when he was lurking and jumping out from behind rock gravel pits, like they were trying to kind of like reenact the Empire scene with him and Luke where he kept jumping out around from behind the shadows. I'm like, where the fuck are you gonna hide in the desert behind a gravel pit? This is
Like,
stupid.
I gotta say, when the gate part happened, it reminded me of Robin Hood Men in Tights when they first
Oh.
met.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
I was like, are you guys fucking kidding me right now with this? Like, seriously, like,
Unbelievable.
this is goddamn Obi-Wan. And okay,
The absolute most insulting part, though, is at the end when Vader knew what she was up to all along, and then he literally fucks her up in that lightsaber fight, and then the Inquisitor comes out, and not only Vader but the Inquisitor as well leaves her on the ground without finishing her off because mercy is what those two are all about. Are you fucking kidding me?
Right.
A total misrepresentation of those characters.
It's like every James Bond villain that was like, all right, Mr. Bond, we got you in our death trap. See you later. We got to go get tacos.
No, Mr. Bond. I expect you to die.
We definitely learned.
Now I will conveniently leave you here unguarded.
Yeah, no shit. But we've learned a few things from Disney, though, and taking a lightsaber to the stomach is obviously like a fucking scratch wound of some kind.
Yeah,
because
absolutely. Just a fucking paper cut.
Yeah, it's fucking dumb, man. Like, all right, I'm out. I gotta go. Talk to you later.
Later, man.
Thanks for stopping by, Wolf Chest.
All right. Have any of you blokes? I'm switching lanes here with this.
Yes.
With this question.
Yes.
Thank you.
Any of
Thank
you
you.
blokes seen the new Black Hawk Down doco series on Netflix?
No.
I've heard about it. I've heard about
Really
it. I haven't
good.
seen it yet.
Yeah, it's called Surviving Black Hawk Down. It's
Yes.
awesome.
Yep.
Yeah. 3
I might have
parts.
to go over to Greg's house this weekend.
Yeah, 3-parter. And
Sweet.
it has interviews with the guys who were like some of the guys who were fighting there, and interviews with some of the militia from the other side who were fighting there on the day.
Oh, no
And
shit.
yeah, and interviews with some of the locals who were present and affected by what happened, and an interview with the guy who filmed the footage of the pilot. His name escaped me right now. When he was captured in captive. Sorry, and he wasn't like part of the warlords sort of group. He was like a citizen who like filmed like weddings and parties and things like that. And he was asked to come in and film that video, which ended up going global. And yeah, compelling viewing. Well worth your time. Check it out.
Awesome.
I've heard about it. I actually read a little article about it the other day, and yeah, it talked about how good it really is.
Yeah, it had me going
There we
back
go.
and rewatching Black Hawk Down because I haven't seen it for a while.
I haven't either, man. It's been a
Yeah, it's
hot
been a minute.
Yeah, man.
There we go.
Do it.
All right,
It's good.
dig it. I'm going
Down
on
south,
I'm going on my
77. You've been
Netflix right
quiet,
now.
man. What's happening, brother?
Well, as soon as I come in, my dog was barking, so I just muted it. So the second that you brought me on, all right. So good thing.
My dog too.
Yeah. Let me know if my mic is okay.
It's been doing the old thingy.
Is
Wednesday
it doing
night.
it now?
It's not. It was doing it Wednesday night when you and Crow were on, but I was pretty much probably about almost asleep at that point on a very long journey. But yeah, it was doing it then, but it's not doing it now.
Let us all get it, Pop.
I may. Yeah.
Dude, that
Give it to
journey-
everybody on the
That's a
internet.
17-hour journey, bro.
I'll check in with you about that. I think I might have found out what the issue was.
Sweet.
So this is the test
Sweet.
for it. So how's everybody doing? Because this is the end of a shit week for me. So I
I
hope
hear
everybody's
you.
doing all right.
Hanging in there.
And my week's actually the end of this week turned into a great week for me. Like it started out as a shit week, let me tell you. But
Did
that
you
was
start
part
out
of
wrecking a company vehicle.
Oh God!
I did.
Oh shit!
Oh, so you sent me that picture, but we never got back. You said this happened about 5 minutes or whatever
were
before I got
dying.
home. Well, pretty much. That's what I think. That text, and then literally I slept for almost like 17 hours straight, and then even last night into today. So I haven't heard the after story or the story. So what happened?
Oh, I don't want to drag the whole thing out, but basically it's a very, very, very busy intersection at the early part of rush hour where it's every man for himself. And I usually turn left, but left was way, way, way backed up. So I was going to turn right. Hey, there he goes again. There was a car in front of me turning right. We got an opening. The guy started going. I looked back to make sure our opening was still there. Let off the brake, touched the gas, and as soon as I looked, he changed his mind. He just pulled up like 3 feet and stopped. So yeah, it was great, and I got the estimate yesterday too. It's good times.
Oh, that's always fun.
I'm still driving it though because they didn't tell me to bring it in. The headlights work.
I mean, it didn't look like it was disabled.
Only because that truck's a 4-cylinder instead of a 6, so the engine block only takes up like half of the engine. If it had been any closer, it'd have got the radiator.
Okay.
Car crashes are never fun. I years ago I was driving my new car. It was a Honda Accord. I think you call them something else over there. And what's that?
No, that's it.
And I was going to my mate's house to help him do some work around the house, and then he was trailing behind me in a Ute, Toyota Hilux, and we had a 5-car pileup, and we weren't to blame. But what happened was 2 cars in front of us, one at the lead pumped the brakes real hard, and then the other car stopped behind him, and then I stopped behind him, and my mate stopped behind me, and then the 5th person who was doing 70 in a 60 zone didn't stop in time and just went bang. Chain domino effect. All cars. Yep. All cars that pretty much buggered, gone. Now here's the kicker. My car, which was a write-off, see you later. The Ute behind me, driven by my mate, was also a write-off. And my mate had just restored that Ute, and that Ute used to belong to me. I'd sold it to him. So I lost my old car and my new car.
Oh, no.
Damn. Oh, man, that's awful. I didn't tell you the best part of this. So the vehicle I hit was a Honda CRV, a little small Honda compact SUV. All I hit was the spare tire. That was the only thing I hit.
Wow.
I hit the spare. It was just high enough, and at the angle, that was the only thing I hit was the spare tire. Bent the hood, broke the grill, pushed the grill down into the bumper cover, popped all of that shit loose so you can see the actual bumper. It missed the headlight by about 1/2 inch where it bent the hood in. So, yeah, from a spare tire at like less than 10 miles an hour.
Crazy.
Oh my god!
So that was the beginning of the
cars. That's what they're meant to do. Even in
5 minutes from home
crashes, they're meant to crumple up to save you from injury. Where it's just the body shop, just money.
That's all it's about. And using and rebuilding them and fixing them with rebuilt salvage parts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you have to be really on top of the shop that works on your car to make sure you're getting factory OEM parts and not just parts.
Yep.
That's a big thing.
Yep, very true.
Yeah.
Squint.
I refuse to squint.
Got the middle finger from the hand pack, man. Like
I was gonna say, put your cell phone solo. I do enough squinting as it is.
I am no longer on a cell phone, Jack. Check me out.
Daz, is it a coincidence that you're wearing a Star Wars t-shirt, or did you put that on considering the topic?
Nice.
I wanted to say something about that, but I didn't have the heart to bring it up.
I had no idea what you guys were talking about before I sat down. I wasn't listening. And I was like, what's something I hadn't worn in a while? I don't want to wear G.I. Joe. I'm going to wear my Lando shirt. I had no idea what y'all were talking about.
That's
I haven't been listening. I actually, Shane, my if you think my message to you earlier didn't make any sense when I messaged you, it's because it didn't. I know where you are. I know where you live. I've known where you live for a long time. I've got your address. For some reason, I was thinking you were in California. And I'm thinking this is going to start at like 7 or 8 o'clock my time.
Right.
And that's why I was like, oh, well, that's 6 or whatever my time. And I got home, and first thing I do after I get home and put all my stuff up is I lay down on the bed and I spend a few minutes cuddling with my dog. I spend some time on my dog every day, and I usually look at my phone. Like, he's alive right now. What the fuck? And I'm sitting here, I'm like, what is he? What? And then I'm like, shit, he's an hour ahead of me, not 2 hours behind me.
Right.
I guess I'm eating late tonight.
Guys, I gotta head out. It was good seeing y'all. You have a good night, all right?
All right, Greg.
Take it
Get the
easy,
fuck
Greg.
out of
Hey,
here,
buddy.
You guys take care.
You too, mate.
Man.
I'll call you later.
I'll call you later, Shane.
What are you gonna call
Anybody
him?
can call me. If you got my number, that's what it's for. And if you don't have my number, there's a reason for it. No.
Speaking of t-shirts, as a Floridian, you're wearing a New York Yankees top. Is that correct?
It's like my grandfather used to say: if you're not a Yankee fan, you're not a baseball fan.
Yep.
Oh,
I agree with that. But when you grew up, when you got to Florida,
Later, Frank.
they didn't have baseball, did they? They didn't have a pro team. Did they have the Marlins yet?
I don't know if they. When I first moved here, they didn't have the Marlins. They were coming though.
Yeah.
But we used to go to outside of Orlando and watch all the what's it called preseason games, all that,
training
all the
camp
farm
stuff.
teams and shit.
Yeah.
Oh, so you're not a Florida native, Shane?
No, sir. No, I'm from upstate New York by Rochester.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Oh.
Eastman Kodak and all that. Yeah, I
So
grew up off of
when did you move down to Florida? What year was that?
89.
Oh, wow.
I was
Oh, okay.
13, 14, something like that.
Oh, right. Well, there you go. That explains the t-shirt then.
Yes, sir.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
But I've been running from that small town my entire life. And I think, you think you're in a big city and then you go to one and you're like, damn, this town fucking sucks.
You don't really have like a New York accent at all. Like,
No, I lost that a long time ago.
Yeah. I could see that it disappear after a while.
yeah.
I remember when I first moved down here, people were like, oh man, I know where you're from. I'm like, where the whatever.
That they're familiar with people from the north moving to Florida, saying they probably tell you exactly what county you were from.
Right.
Yeah, right. That's true.
Isos, yes. Believe that, brother. Never had the Ferrari, never had the Porsche. I have cruised in a couple of nuts though.
What a show that was. My advice.
Yeah.
Oh man.
And the movie, not so much.
Greg is
I walked out of that
already
movie,
sending
bro.
me reels from Facebook. Like he just got off. He's like, I got shit to do. He sent me a reel.
Did you guys pick anything up this week? Any toys?
We went through that, so it's your turn.
Oh, okay. Well, as soon as my dog starts barking, because you asked me a question, so
This was my pickup of the week. The Real Grievance sent me Major Blood, amongst other things. But this Major Blood, I'm ready.
he's great, man. He's still one of the best figures in the line.
That pistol, that I thought Sarge from Valivers had the best gun, and that one beats it. Sorry.
I love that Magnum, that Major Blood Magnum pistol, man. A lot of people don't. I don't know why. I think I love it. And I love the one Copperhead comes with, that 44 with the big ass scope.
Yeah.
That Blood's a good figure. Only thing I picked up today, today, and I'm going to wait on him to stop barking.
It's any consolation, we can't hear your dog.
Yeah.
You can't?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, all right. Well, fuck it. So I went in Yojo Depot,
Hey, is that
toy
a dog
store I like to
barking?
go to. And I talked to him a while back about getting these in, so I finally picked up
Oh yeah.
the Reaction Plus Cover Girl.
Yeah.
Oh no shit.
And the one that one of the two that I really wanted out of those four was the bat. And I really wanted the bat and the Cobra Commander. But I was in there talking to him a while back, and he does a lot of business with Super 7 and has over the year, the guy that owns this toy store I like to go to. And he's got a deal with them where he will get stuff that has damaged cards from them, like pretty cheap, so he can sell them really cheap. I was like,
Pretty
well,
cool.
when you get those in, let me know, because I'm gonna open them anyway. So
Right.
I asked him, and he was like, oh yeah, I finally got those in. And he didn't have Duke and Cobra Commander. He said he thought he had them at home, but he had these at the store. So I bought these two for like $20 for both of them.
Nice.
The cards aren't even that bad, but I'm gonna open them anyway.
Yeah.
So
I
I'll
haven't
give that
seen
for him.
any of the Reaction Plus stuff at all, and I've been looking. Like I as much as I hate to admit it, I'm looking forward to picking them up, and I haven't seen a single one of them in this.
Well, I was hoping he would have. I want the Fatal Fluffy. He had Serpentor. He got a case of Serpentor. He had Serpentor, but I found Serpentor and Ramar at a Target.
Okay.
But they didn't. The Fatal Fluffy was already gone. I didn't buy Ramar.
Yeah, I see the Fatal Fluffy just flying off the shelf. Like, because I need 3, 4. We all need 3 or 4 of them. Who am I kidding?
Yeah. That's the main one that I want. The Serpentor looks really good, but I want that Fatal Fluffy. And he didn't order it because he didn't watch the cartoon that much. And when he saw it come up to order for the shop, he was like, what the hell is this? Nobody's going to buy this. So he didn't order them.
Well, what's the matter, Adam? What's hurting you?
I was saying you don't need them. You don't need them.
Yeah, you're right. I don't. I don't need them, but I want them.
The Fatal Fluffy, I don't mind paying $20 for that one because we've never had it, and I like it. I want it in classified.
Thought Ramar would be bigger, but apparently not.
Yeah, they're not really scaled up. He seems like he's a little bigger because I had him, beside Serpentor and Duke and at the store. He's a little bigger, but not really. The Fatal Fluffy's a little bigger, but I'll give $20 for that one. The other ones, like, I wouldn't have bought them if he didn't have them with damaged cards for a discount because I'm gonna open them anyway.
Do you still have your vintage figures, like from back in the day, from when you were a kid?
Yeah, I've got 132 of my original Joes, and then a couple that I've picked up along the way.
So that
I don't have
sense.
them. I don't have them out.
Right. Yeah, that's the same with me. I don't have many, but and they're not my originals from when I was a kid. But there's my boy.
Nice.
But like I don't have them displayed. I don't feel a compulsion to really, although so far, to get any of the Super 7 stuff that they've done.
I like the Ultimates. They're just not worth the price.
Nah,
right.
They're not worth.
The only way I pick them up is if I see them at Ross.
Yeah.
I got that Entertainment Earth sale last year before last. Like, I got Pop some, and I got me a couple when they went on sale. Such a big sale. Like, I can wait on them, if there's one that I really want. Like, I want that Crimson Guard, I want the Major Blood, but I can wait till I catch them half price. I ain't in no big hurry for them, but I like the cartoon stuff.
Yeah,
there's nothing wrong with that. I mean,
Shane, you're giving off Smoking Man
Is
from
that
the
me?
X-Files vibes right now.
Cancer Man.
Cancer Man, that's the one. Yeah, that's the one. Just hiding in the shadows, weighing in with your 2 cents every now and then.
Well, I'm sitting outside on my porch, and I grabbed my sweatshirt because I thought it'd be chilly, and I don't need it. I'm in shorts. It's nice out. It's nicer out now than it was
you live
earlier
in
today.
fucking Florida, Shane.
Yeah, I know. I had somebody from Texas today say, "Oh my God, it's 29 at home." I was like, "Where are you from?" They're like, "Houston." I was like, "Oh God, never mind. Sorry."
That's pretty cold for Houston.
Yeah, 4 degrees, stuff like that.
It was
yeah.
90 here yesterday. I mean,
Oh, are there a lot of people in town for the race? Daytona 500 this weekend. Is it packed?
Not as many people as you would think.
Okay. Well, it's because they've ruined NASCAR.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that took a lot of work.
Yeah, it didn't take much, but they did it.
My bad. I was headed back to the computer to where I could talk, and fucking the cat ran in the door, so I had to kick the cat out.
Bloody cat.
You're not supposed to kick the cat out on Valentine's Day.
Yeah, well, wrong pussycat.
Yeah.
Appa, carrying on. Wanted to be on here. You're getting ready to get kicked out, Jack. There he is.
You're gonna kick me out. I was waiting for a topic that I could engage in, that I
You don't
was
need to be in
knowledgeable
a
about.
topic, man. This is all about hanging
You
out,
could
Jack.
just bring the
We don't
topic.
have topics.
Yep.
Oh no!
You could just bring one.
The topic is bullshitting. 101.
Is that the topic today?
That's it.
Yep.
Man, I come on and Woody's off. What's going on here?
Well, Woody's phone died in mid puff, and then he had to go out to dinner. He apologized, but he'll be back later. The stream later on will be at 12:30.
I like how Woody. I like how Woody's been talking a whole bunch of positive about his fancy new phone, and it dies on him.
Yeah, he let the
It's
battery run
smoke.
out of that guy.
Well, it's that, and like it's Valentine's Day, and he wanted to hang out with his wife. What an asshole!
Yeah, that son of a bitch. How dare he?
How dare he prioritize his wife that he loves for like the last 30 years over us? What a fuck!
I am puzzled. I'm just as puzzled as you are.
I'll allow it.
Well, Shane, I went into Ross last night, and I found the man with the tall boys and the
Nice.
solo cups.
Nice, dude. Got your
So
Chuck
robbing
Norris.
him-
Oh wait, no, you're gonna keep
robbing
him
him for
the way he is.
No, I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but I'm gonna try to make a Vincent Smith from Motel Hell for my my horror shelf back there.
Okay.
Since they never made any figures from that, so
That's a deep
here's a horror
right
collector.
there, man.
I do believe that figure is the basis for the Figure It Out mascot, which Mikey has dubbed Clint, who is drinking a big glass of fuck you.
Mikey getting creative here with his kit bashes now.
And if you
He's-
can't figure it
he's
out
going to
Thursdays at
Roscon.
9, you need to figure it out because that show from the rip has been great. Like
We're trying.
the three best wrenches in the business got together and made something beautiful.
We're trying.
That's right. They got the razzle and the dazzle. Thursdays at 9.
It's all right.
Absolutely.
It was fun talking about music last night, and next week's episode, I think you guys will get a kick out of. So I'm just gonna leave it there.
Jeff, I don't know if it's happening for everyone else, but your mic volume seems to have dropped down, mate.
Let me adjust the old cosmic fucking Wrangler on the inner scope of the. Just give me a minute.
You're good, brother.
Don't mind me just being Shane's moderator. I'm not getting paid for this.
No, that's fair. How's this? Is this better?
It's a
Do
little
a
better.
test. Go again.
Test.
That's better. Yeah, it's
Sounds good.
Cool.
It's
All
better.
right, good.
So
Oh, that's fucking why, because that got okay. All right, hey, soundboards are a thing, and I didn't have the correct thing checked.
Triple C just sent me this. Must be his new
Iron
kit
Claw?
bash.
Dr. Claw.
Yeah, right. I like it.
That looks good.
Huh.
Iron Blood. Is that Iron Blood or something like that? Looks like
Iron Claw.
Iron
That's
Claw.
who it's supposed to be. Yeah.
G.I. Joe Extreme.
Oh,
No, there you go.
Extreme.
Better than Sigma 6.
Oh man, I'm so
waiting
glad
for
there's
them to
somebody
start
else.
making other Joe lines into the classified series. I really am.
I'm so glad there's somebody else that doesn't like Sigma 6.
I like Valor versus Venom better than I like Sigma 6.
I
don't
liked
Sigma
Valum
6
versus Venom.
either. What the fuck is Sigma
Oh,
6?
good. There were that line was way more popular than I ever realized it was.
Yeah.
I don't even know what it is.
6-inch. It was the 6-inch Joes, and they had little, like you could kind of like Joes with
Little bit of royalty.
Centurions.
Little bit of royalty. What's up, Punk?
There he is. What's up, Lawrence? So you could plug stuff in, like, and make, on different ports and things, move stuff around. But they were. I thought the designs were really, really weird for those. But
I like the boxes that came with them. You put all their accessories and shit in it. Put the figure in it.
Those
that
were
was
cool.
pretty cool.
I've
And
never
that was
laid
like
eyes
the highlight,
on one.
I think, for me.
Ever. Never seen one.
Uh-oh.
Give them a Google.
No, Worcester's back.
For a mountain.
Yeah, he washed his hair.
Rubbish can.
I'm gonna have to bounce here in a minute. So our refrigerator started leaking water inside, and
It's always fun.
Yeah, and so took everything out of it, took everything out of the freezer, went and bought like 4 bags of ice, filled up the coolers that we have, and stuffed everything inside these coolers, poured ice all over the top of them, and unplugged the fridge and then letting it defrost for like probably 3 hours, 4 hours, something like that. And so it's about hour 3 right now.
We're just out.
And so here in a second, I'm gonna have to go up there and sop up all this water with these towels, and then fire it back up. I don't know what happened, but it was like, kind of looked it up, talked to another guy. Dude said, hey, just unplug it, defrost it. We don't have one of those deep freezers, or nothing. So it's kind of like, gathered up all the little coolers that we've got and stuck everything in there. But,
make sure it's not the ice maker leaking down inside.
Yep, that's the thing, right? And I fixed the line going to it a couple of years ago. And but yeah, here recently, the water coming out when you press the little water thing to get like a glass of water, it's coming out like the flow's not as good. And then the ice maker has been making ice the way it normally would. And so I think maybe it might be either frozen or something like in between from the freezer to the fridge. And then
have
it's
you changed the
defrosting
filter
as it moves down. Yeah, it hadn't been that long. So,
okay, because that when the filter gets full, that makes mine do exactly what you're talking about.
So I don't know. I was hoping to unplug it, defrost it, see what happens, and it's been probably about 3 hours now, I think, roughly.
Not good for a Friday night at the bar.
No, well, yeah, not at the bar, just at home. But
oh shit, that's even worse. Fuck that.
Yeah, no, this is at home. Yeah, this isn't at the bar. This is at home. So there's 4 coolers sitting out back on the patio right now, full of ice and frozen shit and whatever. It's only about 40 degrees here, and it's gonna warm up overnight. So it actually starts getting warmer. It's gonna be like 50 at like 6 in the morning or something like that.
Okay.
Couldn't have waited like 2 or 3 days because next week's we're supposed to get snow.
I was like, it'd have been perfect. It's like, it'd be 30 degrees, 34, might be, no problem. Stick the frozen shit outside, big deal. But no, it's like warming up overnight. So I'm like, all right, this ice is gonna fucking melt, man.
Time to cook everything.
Well, that was the thing. I'm like, guess just gonna have to fucking eat everything.
Well, that's what that's the thing about hurricane parties down here that people don't get. Like when the power goes out, you just cook everything that you got.
Right.
It all goes on the grill,
Right.
no matter what it is.
I mean, but it's truly amazing how much shit you accumulate in your fridge, like condiments and salad dressings and bullshit. Just bullshit.
I wish I could make meals out of just condiments. I could eat for 2 weeks.
Right. It's crazy, dude. Like I've got like 3 different things of Kikkoman soy sauce. I've got like 4 different containers of Worcestershire sauce. I'm like, why did I buy another one? There's already a half of one and another half of one. What am I doing today?
But a good condiment selection, that's for sure.
But I'm gonna have to go check on it here in a minute. Give me just a second. But I do. I'm gonna try to get a stream tonight. But I have not created the stream. I haven't created a thumbnail. I haven't done anything. These last 2 days, I've been literally in bed. So I was trying to save.
Have you been to the post office?
Yeah. No, I went to the. Guess what happened at the UPS drop-off store?
They were all out sick.
No, closed for renovation. And then when the guy told me to come back on Wednesday, he told me to come back on Wednesday. So before I went to work Wednesday night, I had about 10 minutes. I ran down the street. It's 4 minutes from the house, right? Ran down the street, pulled up. The doors are wide open, and there's a bunch of motherfuckers in there replacing the flooring and the cabinets and all that shit. There's no way. Dude told me come back Wednesday. There's no way they're gonna be open by Wednesday. So no, I'm actually taking it tomorrow morning. I've got to go pick up Aiden tomorrow morning, so I'm taking it with me tomorrow morning and driving it off. It's boxed up, ready to go. It's in the car. But yeah, no, I told you I slept for 16 and a half hours Wednesday into Thursday. Yeah, and then the same basically today. So, but yeah, no, he's going out tomorrow. I told Shane when I got on. That's the first thing I told him. So he's gonna come your way. I'm just gonna pay to overnight him.
Right, and message either last night or this morning. I was like, "Oh, dude, don't send me a box full of plague."
I did say,
Papa, you got a message.
I did advise everybody to
hey, what's up, Rowdy?
Take their own precautions when you get it, and maybe Lysol wipe him down or something.
Oh no! I got a can of hairspray and a lighter. I'm just gonna burn them. No,
there you go. Yeah, it's perfect.
I've got too much time invested in all of this now.
I wouldn't do that to you, brother.
I used to do that to those camel crickets. Those camelback crickets. I used to take.
Shane's the reason why they have to ID you to buy hairspray at the store now.
No, but I do know the people that were huffing that stuff, and it just didn't look right then. It still don't look right now.
I remember the first job I ever had. I remember I went out one night to take the trash out, and I found empty cans of whipped cream outside. People were doing whippets in our parking lot. So
I had a buddy of mine that did a whippet, and the walk-in at the restaurant, he turned around, the manager was standing right there. He got fired on the spot.
I worked at a coffee shop for a long time. I was a barista before baristas had names.
You too, huh?
And yeah, and when it was really busy, like we would save all the whipped cream cans because we had them big ass cans of like 24-ounce cans of Ready Whip, looked like a 2x4. We save all the cans, and the end of the night, we go in the back and split them up.
Oh yeah.
Man, what's up, brother?
I remember doing that shit and just laughing my ass off.
Shit was great for about 30 seconds.
Yeah.
I'm glad I didn't
Worst headache of your life.
God, man.
Yeah,
That's like 1994.
Was it that?
94.
I was thinking it was before that, but you're about.
So a friend of mine had like his own little canister or whatever.
They had crackers from the CO2.
For CO2s.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Has his own little canister and everything. And that shit was whack, dude.
I tell you,
a girl that had one of those. Like, holy shit.
super addicted to those was Steve-O from Jackass.
I can see
Really? Yeah,
Yeah.
well, yeah.
Big time. Big time.
Yeah, he's had all kinds of shit. You look into him.
Yes, he has.
Well, I worked with a guy. So I worked with a dude at the same company, but it was a different location. Pre-COVID, I don't remember. Whatever. Anyway, he was like a cashier for us, and dude was missing like 3 fingers on one hand and like 2 fingers on the other.
Oh shit!
And it was because he was huffing the computer air duster stuff,
Ooh.
and he had 2 cans explode in his hands. So not only did he have 1 can explode and lost like 2 fingers or 3 fingers, but on the other he did it again and exploded and he lost 2 fingers.
Oh, Jesus Christ! That's time to go get help. Okay.
Yeah, big time.
Dude, I was like, oh my god, like okay. All right, dude be punching in everybody's order.
Can
He
you give
used
me
like
a
that one
can?
good finger.
Let me use my good hand.
Yeah, which one of them? Stir the mashed potatoes.
Gentlemen, I am going to depart because I need to have some lunch and I'm starving.
There you go. Yeah, I was handed dinner right before we went live, so
Nice.
There-
Go get you some.
Are you and Ronnie doing a live? He said y'all might do an American friendly live this weekend. Is that a thing?
Tomorrow, possibly, yeah.
Oh, Obby's here.
I've got
What's up, guys?
an engagement I've got to go to tonight. So depending on my level of hangover tomorrow will dictate what happens on that front.
Stay away from the CO2 cartridges.
yes.
They know
And-
the CO2. On that
And the
feeling,
computer cleaner cans. We don't want to see
Stay
you
away
trying to
from the
do
air
some shit on
dusters.
the deck of the flag
Fucking
going.
2, got a thumb and an index finger.
Like, I can't get this joint
Maybe,
to work on
maybe
this
we
finger.
should have topics on this show. I don't know.
Oh, I know
Right,
what Dreadnought is talking
Good night.
about.
Later, brother.
Say it,
All right,
buddy.
thanks for stopping by. Okay, so the show just got a little classier. Figure Fight Club, obviously.
I'm even wearing my tux.
Right? Yeah. Got a little pre-show action here.
Yeah, I only got like 10 minutes, so
Oh,
I figured I'd come out and say hi.
Yep, that's all. All good. Who you got on the show tonight? Because we're gonna
What-
drop when you take off.
I got Dwart Studios, Brian Almeida.
Man,
He'll
he
be on.
is making the rounds, is he not?
Trade drugs
He's on tour, man.
Yeah,
It's
man,
just-
and he deserves to be because the stuff he makes is amazing.
Yeah, we have some. We're gonna go over some of the similar stuff that Jerk. He's went over with Zakanan and Jerk, and then we will also touch up some new stuff. He has some new designs he's got out, so it'll be fun. It'll be fun. We also just got a code for his shop, so FFC10. You'll get 10% off over on the entire purchase.
Nice, very nice.
Obby's moving.
Roddy's
up in the
asking if you
world.
made 800 subs yet.
Yes, we have hit 800, so we will be giving away the Frazetta Girl Vampirella tonight.
Nice.
Yeah,
It's a nice giveaway.
yeah, just literally just got it earlier today.
Kick ass.
So it's a fun one. It looks cool. I haven't opened mine yet, but
Is that the
eventually.
one with the? Yes, that's the one I thought it was. Cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
So
That is awesome.
it'll be fun.
Hell
Shane is
yeah.
gonna enter that giveaway. He needs a new
I
figure.
am
with
flying
selection.
high. I'm doing well. I got a Cobra Island Major Blood today. A bunch of other
Ooh.
stuff. I mean, Real Grievance hooked me up today, without a doubt.
That's what's up,
Send you
man.
any crimson dudes?
Hell yeah.
Do what?
He send you any crimson dudes?
No, he's sticking hard to them, I do believe. But I did get the ultimate Juggernaut.
Oh,
And we
nice.
had Jeff had to look that guy up. We were all fighting over where this guy came from. But yeah, I will
I
be.
don't know Marvel that well.
I'll be back on live tonight at 12:30. It was going to be midnight, but it will be 12:30. I have to take my kid to work, so I'm not going to start the stream from the car. I've learned that lesson. It's not a good idea.
Don't stream and drive, man. Definitely don't stream and drive.
So that is 11:30 my time, not 2:30 my time.
Right, correct. We're talking Eastern Standard Time. Chuck, what do you got coming up? Anything good? Any shows? Anything you want to plug? Or should we just figure it out at 9 Tuesdays or Thursdays?
I'm thinking, shut up. I'm doing something with Hobby on Tuesday. It's open mic night. I've been fucking showing up there, so I'll plug the shit out of that. Go to that, hang out, see people. Watch me have a fucking nervous breakdown. That's always a good time. It's happened at least twice on that show. Thursday, we're going to figure it out, and we're going to figure it out on Zakanan's channel, so make sure you watch it there. I'm not going to say what we're talking about, but you're not going to want to miss this. That's all I'm going to say. So, I've been trying to put out a review of a fucking Ecto 1 for like a month, but my video software is like, nah, fuck you. And like, I spend like 3 hours trying to fix it, and then I'm like,
what program is it?
So I was using Wondershare because like I was spending $24 a month.
I like Filmora.
Yeah, but it crashes every time I fucking tried to load it. Like it kept doing that. I was like, okay.
It wouldn't let me pay for it. Every time I tried to pay for it, it would just keep rerouting me and would not let me pay for the subscription. I even messaged them and I never got an answer or reply, and so I just left it behind.
Right. So I'm probably just gonna reformat both my drives and go from there and reinstall Windows. So that would be a good plan.
Fun, yeah.
Fortunately, like the stream schedule and the schedule of being able to do that don't really mix that well. So I'll figure that out.
Yeah, it's gonna take a while.
Yeah. But I actually might switch to the laptop for a little bit and just do it that way. Anyway, not important. Hi, hello.
Abby, before we go, what was your favorite pickup this week? Doesn't have to be new. It's something you picked up.
This week, I mean, the Vampirella is pretty fun, but I also got this. I can show this off. I don't even know if I'm holding it properly, but this is the Snail Shell Nun.
Oh, uh-oh.
What again? I was late.
This thing, you can't read it because I guess it says Muse
Auto.
But it's that.
Ooh.
Does she come with the spanking
gun.
paddle?
She does. She might actually. I have no idea. It's a good question.
Solid question.
A perfect figure for Valentines.
You got something coming up tonight. So what do you got going on? What are you plugging?
Who, me?
Yes.
I'll be going live at 9:30. Normal thing, unfiltered stream for a couple hours. Yeah, just this is going to be more pop culture and not as much politics tonight. It's not a lot going on. I got a couple things, but a lot of that news last week that broke. But this week's more about Captain America and then some more funny pictures, videos, and stuff. So pretty light and breezy tonight, man.
Send it to me. What am I supposed to do with that, Sneeve? You want me to?
We're all afraid of what you do with that thing, Alpha. Just let me know.
Oh, what are you trying to say here, Shane? I'm a
down south. Man. What do you got going on this week? Who you hanging out with?
Don't really know. Me and Pop Blender. Wednesday we'll be doing Sevens Wild. I know Punk is hosting Oz's Pit tomorrow night, so I don't know, may or may not try to get on that or listen to that or whatever. And I got figure coming in, should be here Monday. Try to do a review on that. I'm not doing a review on these things. I finally got that dead-eyed chick out there.
Got that dead eye.
Yeah, shit. Look, I mean, dude. It's not as bad in person. But,
ouch.
And then next Sunday, I will be on with Allison Troy, Retro Toy Princess.
Is it dead eye?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
wow.
wow.
Not talking Ralphie either.
Yeah.
How old is
it's like
her lips look like they're shifted a little bit to one side.
Yeah.
This is the Super 7 ones?
Yes,
Yes,
Reaction
the
Plus.
Reaction Plus. She
Yeah.
looks like a sex doll.
Oh
Yeah.
You can't say that word around here. Toy games might pop up in our.
He's got the link.
chat.
Okay, he's got the link. I'm just
My
saying.
nun
I
is
put
better.
that out there. Gaines, you had your chance, buddy. Sorry.
Gaines is celebrating his birthday today. He didn't want to fucking hang out with us.
Oh, is it his birthday?
Oh, I forgot
It
it
is
was
his
his
birthday,
birthday.
yeah.
Gaines'
I'll have
birthday,
to-
Gaines.
I'll have to message him.
I'll allow
happy birthday after.
Happy birthday if he watches the replay.
Give him a call
Okay.
earlier and wish him a happy birthday.
Yeah.
Alpha, what you got going on, brother? Anything? You just
Me?
hitting and missing? Or?
I had to finish editing this review I'm working on, and then I had to wait for you to send me the details for your intro you want.
Yeah, I'm kind of trying to figure out. I'm trying to figure it out Thursdays at 9, how to do it myself. But I have to get that screen capture for videos. I haven't found the right app yet because it does not come on my phone because this thing's a piece of shit. I will not lie. I do know Abby's going live in 30 minutes, so
Yeah.
I think this is our chance to cut out, use the bathroom, get some food, come back for the awesome giveaway for hitting 800. Fuck yeah, brother.
Yep,
Way to
I'm
kill it.
excited. Thank you guys. Thank you everyone for supporting.
You should be, if not at 1,000 by the end of the weekend, you'll be there by next week. I just have a feeling.
I don't know. It'll take longer than that for sure, but I'm definitely tapped out right now. I'm tired.
Right? No, I hear you.
It's been rough. So
It's been a long week for everybody, let me tell you.
I didn't even get my pick for my what were we doing?
Yeah. Oh, I
Pickup
thought you
for
were
the-
showing that Clint figure, but no.
No,
What
Yeah,
was it?
that's
no,
what we-
I found this on clearance. It's a really cool sting.
It's a really
Oh,
weird
shit.
crow figure.
Looks like
No,
he's
it's
got a
on
case
the
of
remake.
crack. I don't know.
Found the sting.
the
He comes with
Skarsgård.
extra hands, and he came with shirts and
Oh,
a
nice.
bat,
Got
and
soft goods.
he came with this nice coat. Look how nice the coat is.
Oh, yeah.
The only shitty thing about those soft goods is when you leave them on the figure for too long, they rub off. The black will rub off on the skin, and you can't take it off after that.
So what
Looks like that
I've been
mine
doing
figure.
before I even put them on the figure, I let them soak in warm water and detergent for a little bit,
Okay.
and then I just throw them in the washing machine.
No,
Really?
They go through a cycle.
Okay.
interesting. Okay.
And then
Good
I just
call,
let
dude.
them
Good
air
call.
dry, and then they're all good.
Daredevil Dave, just in time.
Oh, Dave.
I
never
know
remember saying
everyone's
David.
jumping in.
Davey.
but everyone's jumping in before we jump out to support Obby.
No, it's for you, man. This is the hang time or the hangout.
You Shane picking up on the
That's
yeet. You're
so
so yeet. See you
No,
over
that's-
there. He's learning.
That's way
he's
before your
learning.
time, dude. That's we're not worthy. We're not worthy.
That's actually very true. Very true.
Wayne's World, party time, excellent. Remember? No, you weren't there. Sorry.
I
What's
wasn't
wrong,
there,
Marco?
but
It's
I've
okay.
seen Wayne's World.
You've
gotta
seen
remember
it,
this
but you
shit.
had to be there,
I'm an
brother.
old soul in a young body.
I'll
Young man's
allow
body.
it. I'll allow it.
I mean, you've seen his
All
posters.
right,
on the
guys.
wall.
It's been fun. It's been real. It hasn't been real fun, but it's been a blast.
Yep.
Thanks
Okay.
for having us on, buddy.
Take care, guys.
Peace.
Later.
See you.